Happy Time Zone viewers, and welcome to season 2, episode N of Toronto by Day, Tales from the Rookery, our Changeling the 20th Chronicle. Where if you have been keeping up, and thank you for your patience during our little pause, because real life happens. And honestly, when real life happens to you too, we are on YouTube. Take care of your real life. Your health, physical and mental, is always number one priority. So now that we're back, where things got interesting, though you could also use the word creepy, I'm going to stick with interesting. First of all, we're going to have to give you the little standard warning that this is a mature game and it may explore some dark and troubling themes. These themes may include, but are not restricted to, body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and quite a few diverse other things. Our players have already discussed consent and boundaries. We collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow cards and red cards in our private chat. And if you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable, upset, or triggered, please pause, step away, center yourself, ground yourself, take your time. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game. You can always return to the episode later. You can watch it later on VOD, or you can skip it all together and catch the next one once you feel a little more prepared and able to take it. And now it's time to meet our players. Hey, Motley, how is everybody doing? Fresh it up, feeling great?
It's okay.
Yay.
Fantastic. Okay. We used to have a system as to introducing all of our players, and I don't know what I did with the system. I think I broke it and put it underneath the rug someplace where it's collecting dust. So, yes, indeed.
Right here, the system.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Down with
Excellent.
the system.
Anita.
Fantastic. You are a motley of changelings, so.
I am an agent of chaos.
Okay, Agent of Chaos, let's start with you then. If you'd like to introduce yourself and your character to our viewers.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anita. And tonight I am playing Pen Devlin, your Eshu storyteller. My pronouns are she, they, but Pen's are Faye, she. That is it. That is all. I recently leveled up, so we'll see how that affects this chaos that we're going into tonight.
Oh, I forgot.
I might have a plan. Who knows?
Thank you very much. And next on our chart of fantastic Motley members to speak with, Kitty, introduce yourself and who you're playing.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kitty Kimchi, and today I'm going to be playing Alette, your mischievous zookeeping puka who is so ready to double team with Lee to be the muscle and to bring the system down.
Thank you very much, Kitty. Next up in our wonderful band of Chaos Monkeys who are here to see town is dealt with, we have Lee.
It's Rose. I got it from here, Cliff.
Rose.
It's good. Hi, everyone. I'm Rose, she, her. And tonight I'll be playing not necessarily an agent of chaos, but boy, is she here for the popcorn. Lee, aka Evely. And yeah, she's ready to throw hands, throw down, throw things, throw a chair, throw a let if necessary.
There could be extra experience points for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, next up on this wonderful crew of fun and adventure, we have Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and I will be playing Lara Applewood, the thieving, pisky, or non-thieving, depending on her particular dice rolls. Pisky for you. Her pronouns are she, her, and my pronouns are also she, her, and this is going to be fun. This is going to be spectacular. I did not level up, or at least I didn't use my level up, so it's going to be interesting.
Thank you very much, Joanna. And next up, we have the quiet, furry one. Actually, there's several of you who are quiet and furry.
What? I
So-
beg your pardon.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, except for you, Waterborne. So, Crystal, if you'd introduce yourself and your character.
Yes, hello, I am Crystal. I'll be playing your friendly neighborhood Corrid, Lily Winters.
and I forgot to level up my character as well, so this shall be an adventure. And while we're talking about throwing things, why don't we just throw Donovan? That works. Yeah.
Me first, please.
No, teamwork.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you pick him up, or
Yeah,
Lee
just
picks him,
like
Lee
that
picks
sort of
him up.
swing thing. Just
Okay,
like
yeah. Oh, wait, there's 5 of us. There's 4.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I see. This could work. This could work.
The plotting has already begun. And last but not least, our guest for the week, and possibly no longer to return, depending on how the night goes. Will he live and triumph to take over town? Will he die a poor mewling mess? Will he be kind of tossed out a window? And what's going to happen? We're not sure. But Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael Heham. I will be playing the apparently much beloved employer of the Motley, Donovan Osgood, who is he, him as well. And he is excited because he has such a great Motley at his back to help him bring justice and goodness to a place that sorely needs it.
Thank you, Michael. That is an excellent speech. I'm not seeing they're buying it, but well, we might see a little bit of okay.
I rolled really high on my manipulation for that one.
Okay, and because I love the gods of dice, we are going to roll a 6-sided dice to see if Michael tells us what happened last game again. Stop that. Get on that. Oh, and it goes all the way down to our 6th, and the person that we spoke with last. So yes, indeed, it is Michael. So Michael, bring the viewers up to date. What happened last game? And anyone else wants to jump in and correct him. Though the Donovan notes are usually really good.
Yeah, go ahead, Cannon Fodder. Let's see what we got here.
All right. So the Motley at the beginning of last session woke up in the house of the Stepford family. I don't remember the names. They, after coming to the family and to the house from a barn, after coming through the door of the barn because they fell out of the back rooms. So back to this house, they woke up, they decide that they're going to try to infiltrate the citizenry of town and use some changeling magic to create masks to try to blend in. Everything seemed to go okay. There absolutely nothing happened on the walk towards town that needs to be mentioned in any way. Certainly not Donovan trying to get ice cream from another house and being chased out.
or the mess in the hardware store.
That actually wasn't even me. Sorry.
I didn't say it was you. It just happened, and you were there.
Bit of a decided that. Why did we go to the hardware store? We were trying to get some kind of supply.
I may have suggested we go there because, like, there's things you could use at a hardware store as weaponry, and we didn't have much of that.
And we were also trying to steal something.
Yeah, well, anything likely, because
Right.
we
I'm
never
not
found.
sure that hardware store needs any further mentioning, does it really?
No, by all means, bring it up.
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Let's call it a cluster of inopportune decisions and bad rolls. And we hopefully hustled out of there before anything bad happened, like being reassimilated or something. We managed to get sneakily away from the green space where there were large ant-like treant people to the back door of the town hall, where we successfully infiltrated until we got to the top floor. where there was a timely intervention from, I don't remember his name.
Person
Small
who
wooden
borrowed a
fellow.
moment of Lara's time.
Yes,
Has
that
no
was it.
name.
That was it.
He gave the moment back.
And that allowed us to make our way to the final point where we left off, where we enter and Mayor was apparently expecting us.
Anyone want to add anything?
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, because you
Something
haven't
about-
seen me in the shadow yet, so no.
Something about the mayor walking through, and in the shadow, the mayor becomes very, very creepy and unsightly and very, very gnarly. What's the word for
Yeah,
it?
you had to bring that
Very.
So you are in a large room. It's one of these kind of governmental rooms. It would work well as a throne room. It's probably got about 25, 30-foot ceilings. It is a large marble, kind of the black and white chessboard marble floor that goes across a broad way. Now, from outside the room, before you had opened the doors, two large wooden doors that lead in, you had seen that the hallway, you walked up the stairs, down the hall, and the hallway split and went around the room. And yet somehow in the room, there are windows on both sides, and that do not appear to look out into over town. They appear to look out over a forest from what you can see. Due to the light, there are bands of shadow and sunlight going across the room between where you have entered and a slightly, I wouldn't call it a podium. I would say there's probably about a 3-inch rise stage almost at the other end with a desk. There's a seating area off to one side, couches and a couple of very nice plush stuffed chairs, a low table. There's a drink cart. There is, the stuff that one would expect to see from here and there for having meetings with lesser government officials. And when you had entered, at the far end was a tall, slender, obvious she, pointed ears. If I remember right, long blonde hair, kind of done up in a bun sort of thing, and then spilling a little bit. A blue gown, almost Disney princess-ish, with the puffed sleeves, tight from the along the forearms, very well, several shades of blue, from kind of a bright sky blue to a dark ocean blue, large hoop skirt. And as you walked in, she turned from the desk where she had been facing and gave a look at all of you as you walked into the space. You immediately focused on Donnie and said, "Oh, look what the cat has dragged in. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty," and started walking towards you. And it was definitely quite a stride. And the minute she hit that first shadow section, everything goes from blue to gray and sharp edged and slightly tattered. Her complexion turns a gray color. The cheekbones become much fiercer. Her face looks more drawn out. The gown is no longer quite as voluminous. It is a little closer to her body and features. And then she steps into the light and it becomes this blue again. And she's walking towards you. Figure there's got to be about 24 bands of shadow between you and her. It's a fair distance.
Other than the windows to outside, there's no other light source, no like lamps or light bulbs, that sort of thing.
No, there are not.
Okay.
What are people doing?
Penn, at the very least, is going to try and duck behind something if they're coming towards us. that's what Pen's gonna do. Pen's not really that much of a fighter.
Yeah, I'm like, what can Lily hide behind?
Lara's gonna find somewhere to hide too. She's not a coward so much as she knows that she's not gonna win this one.
There's not a whole lot to hide behind here. There are no pillars. The furniture's at the other end of the room.
Unrelated.
What?
Does anybody have a lighter?
What?
Lara's gonna check her pockets. Storyteller?
Give me a what would it be? Give me a willpower roll.
What could I search my bag?
Yes, give me a willpower roll as well. Now, Lara, remember, you want to fail your willpower roll. Lily, you want to make your willpower roll.
Oh.
And it is you want 7s and up.
Let's see what I find.
I want to let everyone else go first before
There's a 3 and one of them's a 10.
Nice. You do indeed have a Bic in your bag.
So I'm like, could be a lighter, could be a little thing of regular like wood matches or something. But
Sorry,
Lara,
what was the difficulty?
7s and up.
4 successes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, you reach. Yeah, you succeeded in not lifting a lighter from anywhere. However, you've got 4 Phillips head screws. You've got a couple of toothpicks. You've got 4 or 5 napkins, kind of folded up. You've got a playing card, 3 of diamonds.
I love how Cliff just has this random stuff to pop into his head.
Don't you?
And you have a lady's watch. Nice one, but very vintage, very retro, kind of like a 60s or 70s ladies' watch.
What time does it say on the watch, or is the watch stopped? Because it's probably one of those wine ones, I assume.
Yeah, it is a wind-up one, but it says 10 to 2.
Is it still like? Can I see the second hand going?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Lara holds up the watch. Well, this is interesting.
Sorry, storyteller, you said. All right, never mind. Sorry, I'll check.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab the lighter from Lily.
Yeah, because like
very,
Lily's
very
just like and also just a bit stunned about all the things Lara just pulled out of her pockets. Okay, what are you gonna do, Pen?
Hopefully something cool. And Pen is gonna do a bunk. He's going to flick does the lighter light?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
It's
good.
going to hold her hand to the flame for as long as she can in order to do a pyretic bunk.
Okay.
No.
I want to try and use that with conjunction with that one of those little beads for that extra little point of glamour to cast Purify, which is a 3-point bunk, and I have 3 points in Pyretics, and I do have 3 points in Fey. I'd like to cast it on the mare in case this is actually like some sort of like internal effect.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
In case like this is like just in case this is something that is like wrong with the mare, like some sort of corruption.
Yeah. Yep. This is okay. Yeah, sure. We can do that. So, roll me your Pyretics. Plus Fey. And yeah, that's a decent little bunk. So 7s and up.
7s and up. All right.
Yep.
Let's Come on, big money, no whammies. Okay, I got 4 successes.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. So what people see is Pen holds her hand over the lighter for a few minutes, and just when she's starting to wince, fingers flex, and this,
I'd like to open my hand so that this light comes out.
It's
to
light,
try
and
engulf the air.
what you see off of asphalt on a really hot day, those shimmering waves of air. There's light, but there's more of that shimmer that goes on and just washes forwards. And the mayor stops and it washes over her. Do.
I don't know if this is gonna do anything or if that's it for me, because that's all my that's like almost all my glamour.
Okay, she stops and she is in the middle of a light spot. So she's there in all of her blueness and looking like a she, and it washes over her, and in the light, she turns gray and sharp. And exactly as she looks in the shadow.
Well done, Pen.
So I just got rid of every bit of good in her. Nice. Love that.
Now you
for
see
me.
her for what she truly is.
It's not
Gotten rid of the facade.
You didn't.
That's
It's
true.
the veneer you got rid of, because
Okay. Well, at least we know what we're dealing with. And Pen is just going to like panic.
Lee's gonna
guess, and
take
cry.
point to be like sort of one of the first few things to come in contact. She's gonna put herself as a barrier between her friends and Mayor.
Okay.
Storyteller,
yes.
Where are the shadow places?
Shadowy bits?
How much shadow do I have to walk through, or can I avoid it?
No, you wouldn't be able to avoid it.
Is there a way that I can basically walk through it so that, like, if it's like shining at an angle or something, that only like my foot or something catches it, so that maybe people won't see?
Well, you're not even sure. Yeah, you're not even sure that this is what's gonna happen to you.
All right.
So
I'm not really paying attention to it. I'm just focused on the fact that she's now completely revealed.
Yeah. So Mayor gets about a third of the way up the room and just smiles and says, "So has Donnie here not told you anything? Really, Donovan, you recruited them with lies again?"
Nothing I said to them was a lie.
Draw
my sword.
I'm pretty sure this is a cult, and I'm pretty sure it's wrong. And Pen, do you want to help me out here?
Failure to divulge information isn't necessarily a lie, but
it's lying by omission.
It's lying by omission.
And I literally
a lie by omission is still a lie.
Now? Really? We're doing
I
this?
mean,
she is not wrong.
All you said was bring you here.
And she kind of stops and just looks back to Donovan and says, "Are they always like this?"
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
You poor dear, you just can't get good quality help these days, can you?
Hey.
We don't like being helped.
I don't like being called help. No.
I mean, it was either that or, recruit something from the Baroness's camp.
Oh, and we've seen how well you get along with any form of authority that is not your own, don't we, Kitty?
That's enough of that.
I love him, Kitty. You noticed?
And as I'm stepping forward slowly, sword drawn in a sort of a ready position, you knew it had to end this way.
Oh, I knew it had to end, but I always thought we would go for a big storybook finish.
And sort of bring up the sword as a salute.
You could be the fairy godfather. It would allow you to dress flamboyantly like you like to. All eyes on you, of course.
Sword comes down to my side, touching the ground, and it's basically, as it touches, it's sort of sparking red. And as I walk through, inevitably, the shadow, my glistening silvered, platinum detailed, emerald embossed plated armor, and Donovan's cool, pale she skin gives way to blackened, scarred plate armor, but only plate in certain areas. His feet are not plated because his feet are cat's feet. He's walks through, his hands holding the hilt of the sword, covered in fur, almost a cat's paw. And briefly for a moment, when his face kind of passes through the shadow, brown hair, handsome-ish she features give way to literally the profile of a cat.
Would Lily recognize what that is?
If anyone would like to roll intelligence plus, yeah, Greymare. Intelligence plus Greymare. A difficulty of 9, so 9s and 10s, because they what you're looking at is not common.
Wouldn't be Kenning, not but Greymare instead.
No, Kenning would just tell you that it's a changeling. Greymare tells you what kind of changeling. Now,
Okay.
Lily, you can double 10s.
Wow, cool.
Because your specialty applies.
Yeah, because I was also wondering of, okay, we've been spending a lot of time around him, so
2 8s, 2 9s, and 2 10s.
Holy balls.
Damn.
Wow.
So that's 4 successes, which is nice.
An 8, a 9, and a 10.
So that's 3, that's 1, that's a 0. Kitty, how'd you do? 2.
Oh, no. 2 8s,
Oh.
a 9, and a 10.
Okay, so yeah, that's
Still
2s.
twos.
Yep.
But-
Okay.
So mine ends up being 4 because you said 10's double for me, and I had one.
Yeah,
10.
but it was 9s and 10s.
Oh, so
So 3. I think.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
threw the
Plus
8s
an
in there,
8.
and that kind of made it feel like it
Yeah.
was important.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, Penn
Anyway.
would have heard of them a little better than Lily would have heard of them, which makes sense, storytelling and everything. These you know about them. Donovan, turns out he's a Grey Malkin. Grey Malkin are a very rare form of changeling. They tend to come in 2 forms: human, which look like she when they want to look like she, and cat, which they use sparingly. They tend to have their own courts. They tend to be very nosy about everybody else's courts. Think of all the good and bad sides of cats and put them into Grey Malkins, which would also, Penn would know, explains the circlet on his head. All noble Grey Malkins have a circlet that they wear that indicates their position in the court pretty much. If they lose the circlet, they can't change into she, except for one night of the year, which you would guess would be Samhain.
Samhain.
Yep.
So it's like Lee and her coat.
Kind of, yes. Kind of.
Oh,
Well.
Reddish sort of sparks rising from the sword, and when the sword itself hits the shadow, the sparks sort of give way, and the entire blade seems to be almost bleeding, and sort of this flowing purplish dark shadowed mist sort of just like dry icing off of it. Your reign of terror ends here.
Lara kind of like shuffles over to Penn slowly so she's not noticed, and just kind of whispers, "What is that?"
Yeah, I was just wondering, is only Penn know that information, or
No, Lily, you would know too. You wouldn't know about the circlet, but you would know about the Grey Malkins and what they are.
Yeah, Lara just
Okay.
doesn't know, period. Scored 0
Yep.
successes, so she's just shuffling over to Penn because she figures
Ah.
Penn
Yeah.
probably knows something.
yeah, no,
Alette-
yeah, no, I was just trying
yeah.
to figure if that was one of those things where we just kind of relate it or
Alette
not.
with Alette with 2 successes knows that they're shape changers, knows that they're not Puka, and that Puka and Grey Malkin don't really get along well.
Gee,
Grey Malkins don't appreciate the humor that Pukas have.
And Lee with the 1 says, that's a cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see. Okay, cool.
Grimalkin. Grimalkin. Grimalkin.
Yep.
What?
Grimalkin.
What?
Can look like she when they want to. Cannot look like she when they don't want to. The circlet's kind of what controls it. And
Yeah,
it denotes your status in court.
do we have time for this now?
So does that
Apparently,
mean he's
I'm
a
making
hoity?
time.
Does that mean Donovan's like a hoity-toity noble person or whatever?
Battery's
Hoity-toity noble
free.
cat.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not a she at all.
Okay.
So
So
This-
he's a liar.
yeah,
Well,
he's
we
a
did that
lying
already,
liar who
kind of.
lies.
Instead of pants on fire, he's got a sword on fire. We probably shouldn't be making fun of him behind his back like this.
Well, I mean,
Why stop now?
we can do a little
Mayor?
as a treat.
Mayor, pleasure to meet you. We're here, but we didn't want to be. How do we get out of here? You can deal with him. Because at this point, Lara is just like seething and she's had enough. She just wants to go the hell home.
So the mayor stops and she reaches up and she pulls 2 nice long hair sticks out of her hair, letting this even more masses of blonde hair that's kind of now silvery blonde pouring down her back. And she, as Donovan gets closer, she flips them to the floor and they go ka-ting, 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 as they are obviously metal. And she hunches her back up and does this and bounces back and forth and says, we move like caged tigers. Oh, we couldn't get closer to this. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we
You
stalk, the way we
son
kiss.
of a...
And as she does,
You
those
son of a-
two, those 2 hair sticks grow and change and morph. And in a matter of a second or 2, standing between Mayor and Donovan facing him are a kind of centipede-like looking long body, lots of hairy limbs, kind of hunched with a bit of a thorax to it, and then an orange cat's head on top. And the other one looks much more slug-like with kind of pseudopods. And it has a
Caterpillars.
black cat.
Oh, why did it have to be caterpillars?
And they both kind of snap back to look at the mayor and then snap forward to look at Donovan. And one goes, oh, are we allowed to eat Mumther?
And
we
now
know
we
where
know
those-
where. Yep.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh.
I'm going to stand next to
Can I
Donovan.
set it on fire yet?
Yet? Can I set it on fire? No.
Standing next to him in the I guess shadowy spot, would I turn into my cat-like form?
No, you can if you would like to, but you don't automatically. It seems that the shadow and light in here only affects Donovan and the mayor.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into my cat-like form with the elongated claws.
Okay, so that'll take a moment to shift forms. I'm going to guess that you dump the coat and mask as you do so. Otherwise, that would be kind of awkward. Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, Lee's also taking point with the other 2 up front fighters.
Lara's sticking back with the non-fighters and trying to figure out what's going on and why she's hearing love cats.
Oh, like I didn't. I know he's quoting something, but I didn't know what it was.
Okay. And once they're done, Mayor draws a sword of her own. I want everyone to roll me perception plus kenning, and it's fairly easy, 6s and up.
Does instinctive or
Yes.
insightful apply?
Insightful will, yes.
Hidden
Okay.
magic. Will that apply?
No.
Okay. Guys,
4 successes.
supposed to be what?
6s and up.
Oh, okay. 3.
7 successes.
Holy.
This is my corner stats. And I just put an extra point in kenning. So
Okay.
we're good to go.
Pen gets it immediately as soon as it starts being drawn from the sheath. Lara and Alette, once the sword clears. Lily, as soon as she sees it. And Lee takes a moment, but that sword that she's drawn is cold iron.
Don't get hit by that. That's cold iron.
Back up, back up.
How is
As,
she holding
as you're
it?
backing up, the doors behind you boom open.
Turn around.
And there are 4 marshals there,
Uh,
filling the door. Again, for those who were
Oh.
not here last game, the marshals kind of look like they are wood in anime. They look like Ents wearing trench coats and fedoras. Think of Groot. Yeah, here I'm going to spoil a fond memory. Think of Groot, only not a nice one at all.
I like her.
All 4 of them, as the doors boom open, sweep back one side of their coat, almost like a gunfighter. They don't have a gun in a holster on a hip, though. They have a hammer with about a 2-foot haft. And once again, as they pull the hammer up, and they all pull hammers out of these slings that they have, you can tell that the head is cold iron.
Same problem, different direction. What's to the sides of us?
You got lots of space to the sides.
But yeah, because it's like, okay, but she's in
Wide
front of us,
open.
they're behind of us. What's to the right and left?
Space, windows. Well, actually, you'd have to go forward a bit to get to the windows. But
Can-
yeah,
What do we see behind the mayor? Like where the mayor had come from? Like, is it, we see, I think I remember you saying, storyteller, that it was like basically it looked like it was forest behind there or something like that.
no. That's outside the windows.
Okay.
You can see forest. Past back behind the mayor, she's about halfway up the room now. 30, 40 feet back, there's about a 4-inch rise to kind of a stage area with this huge desk on it. Massive, looks like red teak. And then to the left of that is a sitting area with a couch, a couple of stuffed chairs, a low table, a drinks cart. There are a couple other chairs over to the right, put up against the wall, obviously for people that are going to be sitting in front of her at the desk if she's dealing with people. And there's a bookshelf or 2 over on the right as well, filled with books.
And it doesn't look like there's any sort of door, fire escape, or anything like that. She didn't leave herself an exit. Other than that one, okay, cool.
I mean, she runs a place. She wouldn't need an exit.
Right or left?
So outside is the windows outside look out into a forest.
That's what it appears to be, yes.
Are we on the ground level of the forest?
4th floor?
Or like we're
4th
higher
floor?
up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, yeah, we're on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
And from looking at the windows, yeah, from where you are, I mean, you're not at the window to look down to see how far, but from looking at the windows and seeing where the trees are and stuff, yeah, I think you could be, give or take, about the same height up.
Anyway, right or left? Which way?
Left.
Okay. And just try and drag the motley that way.
Okay. So you're dragging Lara and Penn that way because Alette and Lee are up by Donovan.
Oh, they weren't in reach.
No, they're up by Donovan. Donovan's about a third of the way into the room. Big room.
Crap. So just yelling out Leolette and like getting their attention, but also moving to the left side. You're muted. Lee, you're muted.
Lee's gonna turn her head to look over, and she sees them going in that direction.
Lara's gonna be gesturing as well.
Oh, wardens behind.
Let's move.
Alette, we're hightailing it out of here, apparently.
This is not cool. We gotta get out of here.
Everyone but us is carrying cold iron, and we can't touch that stuff.
For the mayor's sword, it's just the blade that's cold iron. The rest of it is something else.
Yes, just the blade.
Okay. Okay.
Those storyteller, those screws that Lara found in her pocket didn't happen to be cold iron, were they?
No, they were not.
That's kind of good because they would have burned your hand otherwise.
Actually, that's fair. Yeah, but
Okay. Looking around, seeing the wardens. Shit. So basically just sort of do a quick little sort of underhanded grip with the sword and sort of just slash one of the cat face things sort of in the face as he turns around, not even trying to really hit it, just sort of a annoyance thing. Lara, throw me those screws.
Lara hesitates for a second. She's like, it's only screws. She pulls them out of her pockets and just like tosses them.
Okay, so first of all, Donovan, I'm going to need. I'm going to need your melee plus dexterity. Actually,
Reflexes?
oh yeah, cat-like reflexes would count. Actually, what is your? How many points have you got in melee plus dex?
7.
Cat-like reflexes. Hang on, you should be able to just take half. Ha! Yeah, you did. So don't even bother rolling. So just in spinning around, you cut one of the cat things across the face.
Nice.
And made it bounce back. Now, if you would be so kind as to, again, cat leg reflexes counts, dexterity plus athletics for catching the screws. And 7s and up, please.
8, 8, 8, 6, 7, 8. So 5.
4 8s. 4 8s and a 7. Fantastic. You catch all 5 of them.
So I sort of snap them out of the air, and as I'm doing it, basically it's almost a blue flame trail sort of follows my hand as or Donovan's hand as he catches them. He snaps them out of the air, and he's drawing almost a sigil of some kind of magical runes in the air, and then he throws them back, one at each of them. And I am using Ruin, I think it is. And I am going to ward them against cold iron.
Okay, so
I'm going to take the last,
infusion.
just before the last one goes, I scratch it across my palm to kind of pull in that thing, and I use a big chunk of glamour to do it.
Okay, how much glamour do you got left?
Lots.
Here in a second. Do I have your? Oh, I do. There we go. Yeah, it's going to cost you willpower to do it, just because
Okay.
you're trying to do 5 in one go.
Yep.
So, okay.
I don't know my name is Ruin.
So you're rolling Ruin plus Fey.
Wrong page. There.
Because of the scratch, I'll give that to you as a bunk. So 7s and up.
Eight, 8, 7, 7, 9. So 5 successes.
Okay. There we go. Okay. And so 5 successes means yeah, we'll be kind. So each and every one of you gets hit with a screw. There's that little
Ow.
flick, ping, as Donovan tosses them.
What the hell, Donovan?
My eye.
Sorry.
Ah.
Okay. Alette, the
So, oh.
the felinoid thing in front of you, while all this is going on, has decided to take a strike at you. Do you want to fight back or do you want to dodge?
I surely do.
Okay.
I'm throwing hands.
Yeah, give me a brawl plus dex if
Throw
you'd be so
pies.
kind. 6s and up.
shred it.
My specialty count.
Yes, it would.
On what and up?
6s and up.
Okay. 3 8s and a 10.
Sticking a leg out.
So that's 5 successes, which as it rolled 3 1s and a 2.
Ooh.
It lunges at you and you can almost casually just put a paw out and go bam and shove its face into the floor.
Like that, the big cat just like
Round.
Yeah. So it's kind of squirming under your paw. You have done it some damage. Not lots, but you have done it some damage. Yeah, anything you want to do with it?
Where are where's the closest enemy?
Mayor's about 10, 15 feet in front of you, and the marshals are about 30 feet behind you.
Can I rip this thing's head off and throw it at her?
Yeah, give me a strength plus brawl, please.
I'd
mhm.
like to do something.
Okay.
Can I use poisoned apple on the head?
Ooh. That's it. Give me a second here. That is this one here. Yeah, you could. Now, what are you going to do for a bunk?
Oh, pick up the mask that I dropped and put it on.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Why not? So that'll only cost you 1 glamour then. Excellent. Okay, so first of all, you are going to have to tear its head off, and that is a strength plus brawl roll, please. And that's going to be 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Does my specialty count? Or does the 10s double?
Give me a second. I think I would have this down by now, but you will be incorrect. No, your strength is long jumping. Oh, your warrior's halo. Yeah, that would count. Your 10s will double.
One, two. I have 4 9s and 2 10s.
So that's a total of 8 successes. That's, yeah, that head pops off pretty easily. You needed 4 successes to pull the head off. You kind of just twist and tug. Now you're going to need to roll your autumn, autumn 3 and nature, because you are affecting something that is unnatural as it appears natural. So, and your, as that's your affinity, your 10s would double again. So, and with the bunk, this time you're looking at 7s and up.
Okay. 1, 2 7s, 2 10s, 2 9s.
And once again with 8 successes. Jeez, it seems to be your number tonight. Okay, so you throw the head at Mayor, and as you do, so people watch Alette basically put a large paw on the head of this thing, twist it like a twist cap on a beer bottle, pop it off like a twist cap on a beer bottle, puts her mask back on with her other paw, and throws this head, which goes from being a black cat's head to starting to turn kind of green and gungy in midair.
Oh,
Okay, so dodging would be things possible. Okay. Okay, it's a bit of a dodge, but not a huge dodge. So it is going to kind of get her in the dress. It doesn't quite land right in the middle of her chest. She kind of twists and takes it on the shoulder sort of thing. But there's now this green and there's sizzling. You can see it eating at the dress. Okay, Lee, what are you doing in the midst of all of this?
She's just making sure that anything directly threatening the non-combative ones have to go through her first. So she's just making sure there's something between them and the threats that are in place.
Gotcha. Okay, so
She'll
you
pounce
just
at
watched,
anything that comes at them, basically.
okay, so you watched Alette just tear the head off one of these filonoid things. The second one is still reeling back, having taken Donovan's sword in the face. And Mayor is standing there with her sword out, but just kind of watching at the moment. Actually, Mayor, yeah, Mayor pulls a lighter out of her pocket, a Zippo. Reaches into a pocket in the dress and pulls a Zippo out and lights it.
There's a pocket in the dress.
Oh, yeah. She's the mayor. She's going to have pockets in her dresses.
This is just like
Awesome.
totally unrealistic. There's actually pockets in the dress.
I like
I'm
your
now
dress.
completely. I'm
Right,
taken
I
out of
just-
the scene.
I don't believe this illusion. This is not-
I'm just gonna yell, I like your dress
She's,
at the mayor.
she's the mayor. She has some specially put in. Many tailors have died in giving her dresses without pockets.
And they're
So-
probably deep 18th century pockets.
See
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now you're pulling
Right,
a
like up to the
Thanos now.
elbow.
I kind of agree with her now.
Quick question. I just yelled at the mayor, I like your dress. How does she respond?
She gives you a wink and blows you a kiss.
Oh.
That's not the right answer. The answer is thanks, it
No.
has pockets. Now I really have to
Bond with
destroy
you,
her.
man.
Hashtag stop pocket.
Okay.
Bonding
So,
over your shared hatred of Donovan.
okay, the other three of you. So the marshals are approaching.
Crud, brain has set stuff. Are the marshals flammable?
I mean, they're
Well,
made of
anything's
wood.
flammable in
You
the
said
right
they're tree
situation.
people, so
Yeah, they
are
are tree
they-
people.
Flammable.
It depends how. If you throw matches at them, it's not going to work worth a damn. If you hit them with a flamethrower, yes, they're flammable. Are they
I
more
see.
flammable? Are they more flammable than human beings? About the same, I would expect.
But do they have the qualities of plant life? They are tree people. Do they actually
They
have
are
the qualities?
inanimate. To an extent, they do.
Okay, because what Lara would like to do is verdant reclamation. If I use verdant reclamation on one of those marshals to have its arms, let's say, start growing against its will because it's a tree, I would then, my intent would be to have those arms grow and essentially encompass the other three marshals.
Oh, like use one to tie them all up.
Yeah, basically. So that if you do want to flambe them, it's a little bit easier to do so.
Hmm.
At least that's the idea. I mean, I leave it at the storyteller's discretion whether or not this is going to be allowed, but it's plant life, so...
Yeah, it's inanimate though, which is glamored plant life, which makes it interesting.
I like interesting.
Yeah, but okay.
Do some of our best work with interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, you said they're carrying hammers that are the heads are cold iron, I'm assuming,
Yes.
but the handles aren't.
No, the handles are wood.
Right. So you could just hit them with their own weapons.
I
Kind of.
guess?
Are they Fae?
Or would just have, as they're being wrapped up, have that be like that they're all getting touched by it.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, because they're not actually touching the iron heads of their own hammers, technically. I don't know. I'm not sure
You
if it
know.
actually would damage them.
Cold iron work on an anime the same it does on Fae?
Oh, yes, it does indeed.
Cool. Cool.
You know, yeah, you could give verdant reclamation a shot.
Okay.
What are you going to do as a monk?
I think
Or are you
Lara,
gonna unleash.
no, I think Lara is going to do a bunk
Mhm.
because she is really sick of this dark, dank, dreary area, this boredom, this ennui, and she just belts out, "I'm walking on sunshine, whoa." I can't sing,
Feel
so.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
And I notice you've got two backup singers too, so I'll give you an extra +1 for that.
Hey.
So while you three are facing the mayor, the other three are putting on a small review kind of to your back. It's yeah. You're going to roll
Spring and nature
spring in nature.
with 5 dice instead of 4.
Hang on. Spring in nature. No, you're still rolling 4. It's just you're rolling 6s. Yeah, 6s and up instead of 7s and up.
So not an extra dice then, just okay.
No. An extra easiness due to the assistance in the bunk.
That would be 3 successes.
Excellent. Okay, so you got Eeny, Meeny, Miny, and Mo. Which one are you aiming it at?
Well, I'm going to take Mo.
Everybody
Actually,
takes Mo.
I'm going to take the last one. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Yeah, I'm going to take the last one and have the last one just try and envelop all the other 3 as far as it can go. Basically just try and like wrap them around with its arms.
So wait, is there 3 of them or 4 of them?
There's 4 of them, so I'm going to take the one and have the one wrap the other 3 basically. So they're in like a big group hug essentially. A big viney tree hug.
Bunch of tree huggers over there.
Okay. So
basically we go
that
from
was
Eeny,
3
Miny, Mo to
successes.
Larry, Mo, and Curly.
All right.
Where's Shemp?
I saw it going that way.
Okay. Oop. And do. Okay. Okay. And the last one. Okay. So the one on the end, suddenly branches start to tear out through his trench coat and from under the hat as he suddenly seems to be going through a wild growth spurt. That growth spurt, of course, tangles right into the one that's right beside him, tangling the 2 of them together. So they kind of come to a stop. The growth continues into the 3rd one, but only just marginally. The 3rd one is able to kind of snap some branches and keep coming. The 4th one, it doesn't quite reach. So you've effectively cut them in half.
Lara yells, Lily, that lighter, light him on fire.
Okay, so now we're on the left-hand side. You said there was some furniture and stuff, maybe?
Yeah, way up at the other end.
Like far away from where we are, because we ran
Yes.
to the.
Yes.
I thought there was like some couches and stuff.
Yep, way up at the other end.
There. I don't like this walking stick. Okay, pen, can I please have the lighter?
Here you go.
Okay. And if I could take another quick rummage in my bag for say I don't know, a handkerchief or something.
So you're looking for fabric.
Yeah.
Or a bottle of coconut water.
A bottle of almond water. Or
Sorry, it was almond water, not coconut water.
Yeah, almond water. Those are probably still in there. And so, oh, I got crayons. No, I don't have time.
Melt the crayon.
See, that's why I was hoping there was furniture on this side. I could just rip some stuff off.
Do. Give me a second here.
Oh, wait, actually, do I still have that rope?
Yes, you would.
Right. Would it be fair to
Look
say,
at the big fuse.
would it be fair to say I could kind of flip my stick and wind it around the end that doesn't have the metal on it?
Yes.
And
So you're building a torch.
yep.
Okay, that's going to take a scene or two.
Oh, okay.
That's going to take a minute or two. It's not something that is done instantly.
Oh.
Okay.
That's the best idea I had.
Yep. No, good idea. And as they're doing this, anything you're doing, Pen?
Pen is looking around for, we're on the sort of the left-hand side.
Yes.
Pen's looking for something, anything that can help with the situation, but is feeling ultimately quite useless right now. She's basically out of glamour. She's not a fighter, and Faye are just like floundering at the moment and just trying to find something, anything to like help, but is coming up short. Would you be able to just describe the area that we're in?
It's tile flooring, marble
Mhm.
tile flooring. You're about probably 20, 25 feet from the door at this point, mostly at an angle with the marshals between you and the door.
Mhm.
If you took the entire space and cut it into quarters, you're kind of in the back left quarter.
So in
Most of the action is happening kind of just past the halfway mark in the middle.
okay. And on this left-hand side of the room, is it just like, what is in this? Is there like books? Is there a
Nothing.
bookshelf? It's
Nope.
just empty.
Nope. Everything is all at the other end, up by
Okay.
the desk.
So Pen is going to run to the desk and try to avoid combat as much as possible, skirting around the outside of it. And is gonna try to rustle through the desk and see if she can find anything.
Okay, so you're going to spend the next round or two running up one side.
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Okay, so back to the middle.
Oh, quick question, storyteller. How
Yes.
much glamour did I lose doing that one?
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. Okay, back to the middle. So we've just had a poison apple head thrown.
What is she doing?
Yeah, that's going to be fine. She's coming forward with the, actually, no. She had the lighter out, didn't she? So she flicks the Zippo open with that wonderful snap that
And
opens
she
it,
blew
and
Pan a kiss.
and yes, and the lights, and it lights it at the same time, and she drops it, and there is that metallic ting as it hits the floor, and then there are flames, not high flames, but there's obviously a sigil on the floor, which lights up.
Is anyone standing in the sigil?
She is.
Oh crap.
The rest of you aren't.
Would Lily be able to see what it is?
Not from that angle, no. And you're busy making a torch.
Would I have noticed the fire happening?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You know, having a chunk of marble flooring suddenly light fire, everybody will have noticed the fire happening.
Right. Okay.
Out of character, I
There's
have
nothing I can do. I'm already running.
Out of character, I have Howling Gale.
Okay.
That can do basically a huge gust of wind. Any
Yep.
objections from anybody? No?
Go for it.
All right. Yeah, so Lyra Let me just make sure. Lara would see this though. Like I'm not turned away from it or anything like that. I would have noticed this happening.
No. It would definitely be something that is visible when the lights up. It's visible.
So yeah, in that case, Lara turns around, sees it, and she would try and put it out using Howling Gale.
Okay, give me a second here. Okay, well, hang on to that one because we'll get back out to you in a moment. What are the other three of you doing? Alette, Lee, and Donovan.
I'm waiting for Donovan's next move.
One of the cats is down, the other one's jumped away,
The other one's jumped back a little bit.
but she's in the circle.
Yes.
Shit. Okay. How how big is the circle? Is she like in the center of it?
Yeah, she's in the center of it, and it would be about a 6-8 foot radius. Not huge.
So nothing I can hit though by swinging. Like at her, I wouldn't be able to get her if she's in the center of the circle without crossing the circle.
Yeah, you'd have to step into it in order to get at her if she remains in the middle of it.
I have a bad feeling about this, but I just don't. Shit. I don't know what to do here. Bring up the sword, and I guess experimentally swing it through the over top of the sigil of flames, fully expecting the sword to bounce off.
Nope. Swings
Oh, well,
through the
that's
space
fine.
just fine.
Cool. Get her. Follow through.
All right. Give me a melee.
You're mine.
A melee plus dexterity, please. Okay.
2. With all those dice.
Oh.
It's absolutely terrible. I'm glad there's no vampire and the whole, hunger dice, crit fail stuff. There's no bad thing with lots of ones though, is there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, if you have nightmare and you're trying to do magic.
Generally there is, but I don't count that. Yes, and
Oh.
yeah, when people have been doing all of their glamour stuff, remember you have to roll nightmare dice in there. I keep forgetting to ask what the nightmare dice roll because if they're successful, weird shit happens.
My nightmare dice was like a 5.
Okay, that's good. So you cut through the air, and she very, very easily just kind of sways back and watches the sword pass in front of her. And then she lifts up her cold iron blade, and she takes 2 steps towards you.
Oh shit.
Now, let's see. So the cat thing, Felinoid, who had been smacked across the face with Donovan's sword, hisses, has big bloody fangs, and darts at Lee.
I'm gonna fight this bitch.
And how are we going to fight this bitch?
Melee. She is going to try and counter its move and use its weight against it. Probably try and grapple it more than anything.
Okay, so that'll be brawling.
Yeah.
So it'll be Dex and Brawl, please. And you're going to want 6s and up.
I have 4 successes.
One, two, 3 successes. Okay, so you can get a grip on it and it does not bite you. And you can get a damaging grapple on it. So you've caused a whole point of damage to, add in addition to the point that sword did as well. So yeah, you're wrestling with this cat thing. It is not a fun thing to wrestle with because you have to watch the claws and there are all these little legs flailing everywhere. And much like a centipede, it doesn't stay like a cat. It kind of wraps around things.
Tries to. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
you gotta constantly try and break the grapple. Gotcha.
Yes.
So this is a struggle.
It's flailing and wiggling. Seriously. Okay. Over at Pen is still running. You would have almost reached the halfway mark at this point. Lily and Lara, you have a pair of marshals that aren't moving because they are trying to disentangle themselves, and a pair of marshals who are moving towards you. Lily, you will have finished your torch at this point.
Right. So I would just, use the lighter and see if I can set the rope end on fire.
Yes, it takes a second to catch, but it burns merrily.
Okie dokie.
Fortunately, it's cotton rope and not nylon rope because nylon rope would just melt.
Yeah, I was thinking like cotton or hemp rope or whatever, just something that would last a bit, but whatever.
You get some of that homemade hemp rope where it's like back. Oh, hey. Okay, back.
No.
Me again.
Yes,
you get the marshal going, no, threaten us again. Come on.
I will threaten the marshals. They will suddenly crave oatmeal cookies. That's
okay. So you have a torch in your hands.
Right, except I am well, I'm still small and pretty scared, but these guys are huge, and since I am small, that's even bigger. So what? I guess where's the closest one?
Well, there are 2 coming at you, and then there are the 2 that are entangled together in all sorts of branching and everything that are kind of a few feet further on.
Okay. Now, another question is how much of what's happening in the middle with like the caterpillars and whatnot am I able to see or notice?
You're not paying attention at this point.
I'm not paying attention. Okay.
If you would like to pay attention, you can, but it's going to cause negatives to what's going on right in front of you.
Right. Okay. Well, because I probably would have seen Penn run off. So, and also kind of gotten an idea of what direction or whatever. So my thought is rather than staying in this corner to maybe also run that way. So, Laura, if you want to kind of come with me and we'll just kind of keep this in front of us and move at the same time.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So you're both turning your backs and running.
Well, it's more like I'm keeping this flaming bit out as a way to potentially keep them at bay. While
so you're backing up slowly.
Backing up, but as kind of run back up.
You're running or you're backing up. Which are you doing, please? Because it depends how they're going to respond.
I have no idea.
Backing up probably, I think, because if we're running, then you're not going to have as much control over the flame that's in front of you, like over the torch that's in front of you. So you probably want to be slowly backing up. They might slowly come at us, but we will keep them at bay. How
Okay.
does that sound?
So,
Does that sound okay?
yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay, excellent. So as you are backing up, yes, indeed, they continue approaching. So you've got the torch stuck out. Where are you, Lara?
I'm with Lily and
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing up, but I'm also looking over my shoulder at that flame that's still behind me.
Mm-hmm.
How close are we to it?
20, 30 feet.
Okay. So while we're backing up, I'm looking over my shoulder, looking back, looking over my shoulder, and as I look over my shoulder, I would like to do, if possible, Howling Gale and see if I can put out that sigil around the mayor.
Okay, yeah, you most certainly can.
I
What
can
are you going to
try.
do for a bunk?
Give me a
What
second. Sorry.
is that song? It's like I know there's different like storm songs. I just can't think of any of them right now.
She's just gonna start kind of singing low. Probably the only one who can actually hear her at this point is Lily. She's just gonna say, let it blow, and just, yeah. It's Raining Men could work, but we're using we're using a
See, I was trying to think of like some sea shanty or something. Like gosh. Or
Yo-ho, fly the colors. Or
no, there was what was that? It came out in like the 70s, and it was all about a wasn't it a boat that went down one of
Is it the
the
wreck of
lakes?
the? Oh, we're trying to do the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald here.
Yes.
Classic.
well,
what
do
I
you
was
want to
thinking
join
of.
me? Do you want me to join me in singing? Because Lara's like singing under her breath, just kind of trying to get something, and I can only assume Lily's kind of picking up on the fact that Lara's trying to do something, but she's, kind of not got the full focus on
Yeah.
the bunk. So maybe Lily wants to help Lara with actually like picking a song or picking a.
The legend lives
Yeah.
on from Chippewa on down.
Thank
They
you.
called Glitchgoomy. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies in November turn gloomy.
That works.
That works.
I can kind of see where you're going with this. It's going to cost you 2 glamour.
That's fine.
And yeah, okay. So you're going to be rolling your skycraft and scene, which you have none of, which is why you're spending the 2nd glamour.
Okay.
So that'll give you, I'll give you 3 more dice for scene.
Okay, so 2 for skycraft, 3 for scene.
1 for skycraft, 3 for scene. Yep.
Oh right, sorry, I only have 1 in
Yep.
skycraft.
Right. And you're gonna need 7s and up.
That is 2 successes, and the the nightmare dice don't have any bad stuff on them. They're 4.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
2 successes.
Okay. A wind does start up. It's not what you would call a howling gale or a strong wind.
And 10s don't double, do they?
No, they don't.
Damn. Okay.
Darn it. It's a wind. While this has been going on, Lily, both of the marshals step forward close and both swing their hammers. One is aiming for your torch.
Well, okay, so you said they're wearing trench coats?
Yes.
And I'm assuming that they're moving around just the way trench coats do, just sort of flapping and flaring and whatever.
Yep.
Because with a 9-foot tall thing or being, even with the because the stick I have is I don't know, the 4-ish feet.
Five-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5-ish
Yep.
feet. I still think that would be kind of too far for me to try and bodily hit them, or like hit.
They are stepping in to swing a hammer.
Oh,
The hammer has about a 2-foot handle on it. Even with the reach, that puts them close enough to hit.
okay. I'm gonna try and set it on fire.
All right, you're going to want to roll your dexterity plus melee, please. And you're going to want to get 6s and up.
And storyteller, there's only the 2 of them that are coming at us right now,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll get to the second one in a moment, Lara.
Wait, let's do this. Okay, that's 2 more.
But
It's a thing where I try to focus on one part of the page, and instead my eyeballs will go everywhere but where I need to be looking. It's really inconvenient. 3.
okay,
2 or 10s.
that's not amazing, but he only rolled 2 successes.
Okay.
So his hammer misses you just close enough for you to feel the cold iron, and it's not a happy feeling. It feels like a small black hole just swept past your head. And you shove the flame into his about center mass, where there's a bit of coat and there's a bit of wood and it's a poke, and it's obviously he takes a half step back. Oh, and yes, his coat has indeed caught fire. Like not roaring up, but definitely there are flames. So he's going to be patting at the flames. The second one, because Lara is distracted, putting a fire or aiming the wind in that direction, has a free shot pretty much at her back.
Yep.
Oh crap.
Yep.
So, Lara, you start turning back just in time to see that there is a hammer aiming towards about your chest. And everything slows.
Okay.
The room around you, you feel yourself slow. And there's something out of the corner of your eye. And then a familiar hand, which you saw only an hour or 2 ago, puts itself on your chest and moves you back a little bit and says, I didn't expect to trade the moment so soon. And he steps into the blow.
Jeez.
No! Lara yells.
And as again, everything is slow, so you just start to yell that no, he's moving at a normal speed. Everything else is moving incredibly slowly. And as that hammer comes in and he steps in front of it, everything starts, it doesn't go immediately sped up, it starts to speed up again. And you can watch the hammer take him across the head.
Shit.
No! 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 Lara.
Lily is
he-
confused.
He crumples. And yeah, for Lily, suddenly there's somebody there and they just got a hammer in the face and went down.
Lara is absolutely devastated because this person just saved her life twice, basically. I'm just trying to think what she can do. No glamour. She...
Did I give anybody the crowbar we had? Like
Use like crowbar?
there had
That
been
was the one
one.
that we picked up from the back rooms.
Yeah, there had been
think-
one, but I don't remember who I handed it to because I know I don't have it. I gave it off to somebody.
Might have been Lee, I'm not sure.
Lara, so
No,
Lara
no.
sees the hammer coming across the thing, and I'm assuming that tree person Marshall has basically like is going to need to remove that hammer from the person, right?
The hammer follows him down, yes.
Okay, so it's how, and I pardon if this is too gross for anybody. How deep is the hammer into this person?
It's,
Is it stuck?
yeah, well, for the moment.
Okay, so
Will Lily have time to set him on fire?
So Lara's going to, seeing that he's distracted and the thing is there, Lara's going to go and she's going to try and shove him just down. She is, at the same time as she's shoving, she's going to yell, "Lily, get him!" And
How much nightmare dice do you have?
oh, I have 3 right now.
3. Okay, give me a
Yeah.
second here, because this.
Oh man, this
Do.
can get worse.
Yeah. It
yeah.
could probably
Uh-huh.
get worse. Yeah. I mean, this is already pretty horrible anyway. So
Is there a Fey power that heals?
Okay, give me a second here just to check something really quick. No, not that. Okay. Okay, roll your nightmare dice for me, if you'd be so kind. And tell me if you got 8s, 9s, or 10s on any of them.
I have an 8 and a 9.
Okay, you're able to pull up 2 glamour, just basically out of the floor, out of the air. However, along with this 2 glamour come 2 more points of nightmare.
All right.
Now, if you want to do something reactionary, I will let you roll with, it'll burn both the glamour, but you can, any of your arts you want to use. Basically, I will let you unleash in anger.
Hmm. I mean, I think all things considered, none of my arts are really strength based. I mean, they're strength based, but I'm not strength based. So there's like confounding coils and burning thew and stuff like that, but that's going to increase my strength rating when there's nothing really. I'm not a brawler. Like Lara is not a brawler, so this is not going to do her any good really. Just increasing strength. This is meant for kind of as my almost my bardic inspiration for other people. So I would think that the best bet would probably actually be Verdant Reclamation, to basically have him wrap his arms around himself and around his neck and basically.
Sure.
And
Well,
again, just making sure if this is too much for anybody that we let me know
Quick
now.
check. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, go.
any
go,
any
do
objections
this.
to shredding a marshal?
Nah.
Oh, you're good.
In such a very kind of graphic way. That's why I'm
Down
asking.
with the marshals.
F the
Mike,
police.
you okay? Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Cliff, you're good with this though?
Oh, most certainly. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So
So normally you would roll nature and spring, which is 4 dice. How much nightmare have you got?
I now have 5
Five?
nightmares. So all my dice are going.
roll all 5. And you're getting 7s and up.
Crap. This just can't go well.
I have 4 successes, and none of them are 10s, and none of them are 1s.
That's still quite enough. So as the nightmarish side of the glamour takes over, Lara just pretty much leans into the marshal and pushes her hands onto, he's leaned forward following the dropping body, and it looks like she's going for a push, but all she needs to do is a light tap. And there is the sounds of splintering and crackling, as where once a 9-foot marshal stood, now a 20-foot tall tree stands. He basically explodes into growth. There is not even time for it to make a sound. Not that any of them have made any sounds up to this point. You do know, however, they can talk because you've heard them talk before. But there's not a sound. This tree does not look like the marshal anymore. It's not it's got 2 leg-like root limbs and 2 arm-like limbs and a face somewhere in the trunk. No, it has turned into a tree.
So like a tree that used to be wearing a trench coat for some weird
There's
reason.
not much left of the trench coat. It's in shreds. The fedora might be up top in the branches somewhere. Can't see it.
Probably like stabbed through the crown somehow.
Lara goes down to her now friend, I guess, who has just been slaughtered by this now tree, and just kind of like looks down and just sits there shaking her head.
Okay, you're also going to take a point of banality.
Yeah, figures.
Okay, going back to the middle of the room where all this stuff has been going on. Pen is about crossing the middle of the room right now. And as she does so, the mayor reaches into a pocket, spins, and throws what looks like crumpled autumn leaves into the air towards Pen.
As like a sort of reaction, would I be able to use like my last little bit of pyretics to light the leaves on fire?
Oh, can you think of a bunk, or are you going to unleash? Because you're doing it pretty quick. So if you
how close am I to the circle of flame?
You're about 5-8 feet. Kind of
all the
coming
leaves are
even with
brown. All the leaves are brown.
What I'd like to do is almost slide on the marble floor, grab a handful of the fire and throw it up, like almost like I'm fire juggling.
Interesting.
This is going to use my last point of glamour. But I don't like what she's trying. So I'd like to counterspell.
Interesting. Give me a second here. Let me do a quick look. Don't put it a little too far.
There's the Kindle. It's a 1.5.
Yeah.
Because like literally all it does is just like light something on fire that's flammable. It doesn't hurt people. It makes you uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can go with that. Let's see if you get it done before she does. So you're going to want to use your pyretics
plus
and
nature.
Yeah, you're going to want pyretics plus nature.
You got it.
And you're going to want 7s and up.
Okay.
And it's kind of contested, so let's see what happens. Well,
I got 4 successes.
damn it. I mean, congratulations. That is fantastic. Okay,
Oh, God.
so first of all, you're going to take a point of damage because handling the fire, because
Yeah.
this is not fire that you've controlled nor made. This is fire that,
Someone else has made.
yeah, and you grabbed it. So your hands,
real or chimerical?
real.
Okay.
So yeah, it's your hands hurt a lot. It's what's called aggravated as well. So
Okay.
however, everything does indeed go up. All of the bits of leaf go poof, and you can see a look of annoyance cross the mayor's face as she turns back towards the other 3.
Then after like sort of like having the mayor not pay attention to me, I'm gonna try and run back to the desk.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
my nightmare dice, by the way, was a 3.
Sorry, which one?
Nightmare was a 3.
Okay, cool. Good to
My
know.
single nightmare die.
Okay, so what are the other 3 you doing?
I still have the caterpillar in my clutches, right?
Yes.
Since I did not remember that I have the crowbar with me, and I would have used it then, but I'm gonna try and see if I can like squish or break one of its many legs nearest me at the very least.
Okay, sure. Give me a strength plus brawl.
A little bit
7s
better.
and up, please. And it's going to try to break free. Not that it has a lot of dice to do that with, but
Oh, that is slightly better. Okay. Oh, my specialty, I chose long jumping. What the hell did I use that for? Ooh, hello. Okay, so I've got, you said, sorry, 8s and up or 7s and up?
7s and up.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3 regular successes and then 2 10s.
That's enough to break limbs all along one side. Okay. And there, just because I've been told how long we've been getting into this, because sometimes combat can take a little bit, especially when it's spread out. However, hopefully people have been finding it as exciting as things have been going on. We're going to take a little break so we can stand up, stretch, grab a little something to drink. I know I need it right now. Grab some snacks. Snacks are important. Come back with snacks. And we'll see you in about 5 to 7 minutes, folk.
Paint your sky in phthalo blue and alizarin crimson, swirls of cadmium yellow, sienna and vermilion. Make it any way you want, 'cause it's your world in the end. Paint yourself a little tree and give it a little friend. Pick the colors that you like, held together on your brush. If you don't like it, you can try again yourself a big bright sky. Add some white and burnt umber and give your world highlights. You're the creator of this world. Find your freedom on its canvas. Make a small room of your own, or dream up entire planets. You can do what you want. Just make it passionate. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Just use your imagination any way you please. This is your creation, so build it as you see. Seek out new sensations, or sail the seven seas. You're the only one to be a happy little tree. We're all happy little trees. While we're swaying in the breeze, we're all happy little trees. I'm not saying it'll always be simple. I'm not saying it's a life of ease. I'm not saying everybody will love you or that you won't make enemies. I'm not saying that it's all a party while we're swaying in the breeze. I'm not saying it'll all be chocolate and cheese, but we're all happy little trees. We're all happy little trees. While we're swaying in the breeze, we're all happy little trees. Paint your sky in phthalo blue and alizarin crimson, swirls of cadmium yellow, sienna and vermilion. Make it any way you want, 'cause it's your world in the end. Paint yourself a little tree and give it a little friend. Pick the colors that you like, held together on your brush. If you don't like it, you can try again. There is no rush. You don't need to justify. You got nothing to defend. Know that there is nothing wrong with having a tree as a friend.
Welcome back, viewers. And for those of you who are just joining us after the break, they are deep in it at this point. Things have happened. Bodies have fallen. Bodies have indeed hit the floor. Not all the bodies. They're not completely right bodies yet, but we'll see where that's going from here. So, starting from the center, we've got Donnie and the mayor still facing off over the, she's standing in the middle of that burning area. Lee is wrestling with one of the felinoids. Alette is, after having torn the head off one of the felinoids, is watching the fun, waiting to get involved. Pen is running up the side of the room. It's just past the halfway mark and is heading for a touchdown at the desk end.
Jessica's a mimic.
I wouldn't put it
Wrong.
past your storyteller.
Wrong game. That's a D&D thing. He's called something completely different here.
Oh, my bad.
It's a type of an anime. I'm giving the plot away. Lara just turned Marshall into a tree. And Lily has one she's been poking at with a stick that's on fire. We'll call it a torch. So starting from the furthest out and spiraling inward, what is Lily doing?
Well, during the break, Lily was informed that actually she could do more than she's been doing. Because character sheet stuff. So could I please use my naming to try and make my torch have a bit more mechanical oomph?
Oomph. So that would be reweaving, which is the 5th and top level of naming. You would need to, are you going to do a bunk or are you going to unleash?
Let's see, what would be a good... I think would Lily, excuse me, would start singing Katy Perry's Firework. As a bunk.
Naming bunks are like usually like puns or like funny wordplay or jokes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it.
Okay. So roll naming plus prop, and you're going to want to get 7s and up.
So that is a die for each dot and everything.
That is correct.
And prop more. And I'm assuming I have to roll the 3 nightmare dice too.
Yes, please, and tell me what they get.
Okay, everybody, play nice. Oh crap. So nightmare dice, we have a 7, a 6, and a 4.
Okay.
4. And I have 5 successes on my other dice.
Okay. All right, 6 successes total. And what are you trying to change your stick torch into?
I believe the word flamethrower was bandied about.
Okay, so as you're holding your stick and the marshal is swinging his hammer at you, 2 things happen simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the stick change shape in your hands just a little.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel stick-like as much as it feels more metallic now. And there is a trigger underneath one hand, something that you can squeeze. And it's no longer a little bit of crackling from the end. It's now more of a kind of a gushing sound. So you squeeze the trigger, the hammer gets you in the shoulder. Now, generally when there are ties, the ties go to the defender, but both of you are doing things at the same time. And because of what's going on, I'm going to do a little storyteller fudging just for fun. You take 1 point of damage as there is a greenish flare at your shoulder where the hammer contacts you. And for a moment, you do not feel the cold iron. It's like being
Where
hit.
do I mark that?
Sorry, which?
I was just looking up where I should.
Oh, real damage beside bruised. Bottom right corner, under health.
Real damage.
Yes.
Okay.
So at the same time, in order to reach you with the hammer, of course, he kind of stepped very close to the end of your torch, figuring, so I, get a little toasty. Then you pull the trigger. And he goes up like a birthday candle.
Mm.
And now you can tell these things talk because he screams
Mm-hmm.
loudly
Right.
and is flailing.
Yep. I think that can I still grab onto, like, is Lara in grabbing reach?
Lara is, you could half step, and there is, you can grab Lara.
Okay,
Yeah.
so half step, grab Lara, and run towards the desk. If possible.
Okay, so we got all sorts of stuff going by on the desk. Center of the room. Lee, what are you doing with the handful of felinoid?
So I'm gonna take this badass. No, I'm the badass. I'm gonna take this guy in my headlock right now, who half of his legs are all like smashed. If y'all missed that in the first half, I'm going to see if I can get a good running leap going, and then body slam it into the ground.
Okay.
So
if
with
you'd
you in
be-
wrestling.
If you could be so
Trash
kind
Panda,
as to
Lee, yeah, gone but never forgotten.
strength and brawl, and yes, you would double your tens.
Yes.
He's
Give
going
me
to, of course,
10s.
he's going to try to get wiggle out before he gets completely crunched. Not that way, he's not.
Yeah, not with 2 10s either. So 2 10s, 1, 2, 3 successes. But the 2 10s, those double.
Yep.
So
that's
7 successes?
7 successes.
7 successes.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. So its health level is, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you don't have to do more than 2, 3, 4 steps, and it's a big leap up, twist in the air, and come down on top of it. And there is a series of cracking noises, and it goes limp.
I get up and just like, wow, never Parisland before. How do I know this?
Donovan. Mayor has
nice.
decided that she's just not fucking around anymore, and she lunges at you with the sword. What are you doing?
Perry.
Parry.
I'm trying to concentrate on these turkeys. So I can
Okay.
keep that protection from cold iron thing going.
Parrying is going to be your dexterity plus your melee.
Uh, 4 successes.
Four successes.
Jesus.
So to the defender, there is a parry. That sword gets very, very close to you, though. Her sword slides along yours as you parry it, and it comes very close to your arm. And you can feel it.
I look up and sort of I let everything sort of calm, all this craziness and combat happening around me, where did I put it? Sorry. Put it in our chat. I went too far. Sorry. I use ruin as I've got the sword parried. I look straight up at her, and if I can, drop any guise of she. If there's any sort of cat-like, anything sort of humanoidish to me, look as basically as feral, smile with my fangs, the whole thing. And I say, my name is Ruin. And I pull the cold iron off of her sword onto mine.
Okay. Roll me your ruin plus prop, please. And you want to go get 7s and up.
Storyteller, quick question.
Yes.
When Lily destroyed that tree marshal and Lara made the other tree marshal grow into a tree, would they have dropped their hammers?
Yes.
Would it
Okay.
be
The one that grew into a tree, actually, no. The hammer is nowhere in evidence. The one that's on fire dropped his hammer.
Okay. Would Lily have probably picked that hammer up? Does she think?
Lily has a flamethrower.
I mean, Lily could, but Lara probably wouldn't, because Lara's not holding anything.
Yeah, because so as Lara was being pulled by Lily, she probably would have, with their other hand, grabbed the hammer. Is that something that we can...
Considering that you are a Pisky, I won't even make you roll for it.
All right.
Nice.
You're running when you realize you have a cold iron hammer in your hand, and you should be very careful with this.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like running with a running chainsaw.
Thank you, Storyteller.
Pretty much. You're welcome.
And I'm going to... how many of these things can I do? I would like to use Quicksilver, now that I've gotten an edge on her.
Okay, hang on. You still have to roll the dice and tell me who you did.
Sorry, right. I had 3 successes. You said 7 is enough, right?
Yep, 7's and up. 3 successes. What do you got on your nightmare dice?
A 9.
Oh, so close. So very close. 3 successes is enough that through the contact, you now have a cold iron sword as well. So there's more cold iron going on in the middle of the room.
And can I now use Quicksilver to basically see if I can just use a blur of speed to overcome?
Yes. Are you going to do a bunk or are you going to unleash?
I was going to continue my little speech.
I'm not going to count it as a second
okay,
bunk.
fair enough. Oh, I don't know what to do with this.
If you use a song for a bunk, and songs are getting used for bunks,
that's fair.
Way often. Yes, then you have to pick another song.
I'll have to find another one. I don't know much about pop songs, so I'm not thinking. You know what? At this point,
what is it you're trying to do?
I'm just going to churn through.
Donovan, what is it you're trying to do?
Unleash. Okay, so that's 2 glamour plus a nightmare.
We get another nightmare dice. Sweet.
Yes, you get another nightmare dice.
Only person I know that says sweet when they get another nightmare dice.
Okay. So, and you want to use... Let me hit Wayfair. Wayfair, where are we here? No, that's winter. You don't want that. There we go. So it's Quicksilver then.
Quicksilver. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. So you're going to roll.
Also, I sent a message.
Okay. You are going to roll. You're doing it on yourself. So you're going to roll Faye plus Wayfair. And you're going to do 8s and up.
Okay.
She, because she did this with the setting things on fire, is using confounding coils.
What's that do?
Doesn't move as fast, but much more graceful and pumps her dex.
Well, fine. All right. Is a 1 on the nightmare dice bad?
Yes, a 1 on the nightmare dice is deliciously bad.
Hilariously, I got a 10 on the other one.
On the other nightmare dice,
Yes.
that just compounds the bad into all sorts of interesting
Oh,
ways.
good. And I have
Donnie, don't turn
one
yourself
whole
into
other
toast.
success. So I have, I guess, 2 successes and a 1 on the nightmare fail.
Okay,
And a nightmare
so
success.
people watching will notice Donnie suddenly blurs. He is moving at a speed. There are anime speed lines behind him. He is moving that fast. He is almost vibrating in place.
The Flash.
As he goes in with a straight up thrust aiming for the mayor's chest, you think maybe he's going for a neck, not sure. And apparently Donnie's not sure either, because he is moving so fast, he's doing about 4 strikes at the same time without committing to any one specifically.
Oh,
He's moving incredibly fast, but the mayor just seems to sinuously shift out of the way of each of the 4 blows. She didn't do much better, but she did do better. And just for the sake of story and theater, and because you got that 1, she slips the tip of her sword just under the fear of furls of Donovan's sword, and with a twist and a flip knocks it up.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. Still me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
What do I do?
You're still, hang on, you're still running.
Okay.
You 2 are running. You're almost at the desk. You 2 are about halfway up. Lee is lying atop a squished something. Alette, anything that you would like to get involved in at the moment?
Did she knock the sword out of his hand?
Yes.
I
It
want to
is
try to catch it.
in the air. Okay, so you're going to take a leap for the sword.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to need to roll athletics plus dexterity, please. And you're going to need to roll 8s, 9s, or 10s.
Oh. Oh, good.
9, 9, 9,
Wow.
7, 7, 10.
Nice.
Ninja.
The 3 9s allow you to do it. The 10 just adds the icing onto the cake. So that's in between, as Donovan takes that half step back, and that very fast half step back, just because the sword has been knocked out of his hand, and eyes go up. Alette goes soaring in between, snags it by the hilt, does a full flip and a half twist, and sticks the landing.
And you're a cat?
Okay, how are you grabbing the hilt if you're a cat?
With my cat claws.
Okay. You land, and
I mean,
the
I can
sword
kinda.
the sword goes patang on the ground, and you now have the sword pinned to the floor.
So I take it. You know how cats just kind of flick that yarn?
Bat it around. Nice.
Yeah.
Flick it back to Donovan.
Okay. Give me once again another Dex plus athletics, please. This time you're trying to do things a little trickier, 9s and 10s.
2 9s and a 10.
Jesus.
Damn,
What is your dexterity? Holy crap.
pretty damn fantastic. So yes, Donovan,
Holy shit. So I get a sword come spinning at me.
being a feline yourself, you can do nothing beyond be impressed about the fact that this cat leaps through the air, pins your sword to the floor, and then smacks it back towards you, and the sword does one of these, starts here and goes, if this is the hilt, flip up onto its tip and almost skates across the floor, hilt first towards you.
Cool.
Easy enough to grab.
Snap it out of the floor, off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
While he's grabbing that sword, can I do something?
Certainly.
I want to try to land right at the nape of her neck. To cause a distraction, I want to claw her eyes.
Ooh, okay.
Would it be possible if I could use long jump, or is that even needed at this point?
You can, and it would be a strength plus brawl, please.
Specialties,
Specialties, double your 10s. And you're going to want to do, this is a tricky one, 9s and 10s.
I have 2 10s and 2 9s.
So that's 6 successes. She did not do near so well swatting at you with her sword. So you've wrapped around her neck, the back of her head, and you are clawing at her face. So her hands are up at her face now, trying to stab you with her sword. Not an easy thing to use to flail away at somebody who's on your head, but still something that can be used to flail away at somebody that's on your head.
How big is Alette?
I figure she's. Are you kind of like mountain lion sized?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So about 30 pounds of cat just landed on the mayor's face.
Serious
I
damage.
picture Panther, personally speaking.
So she's on.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, because panthers are kind of. Oh, they're about the same size, just different colors and patterns.
Murder mittens.
I mean,
Murder mittens,
Are we
serious murder
talking
mittens.
30-pound cat, or are we talking a mountain lion sized cat?
But see, I thought they were in the more.
That's a bit of a territory size difference.
I
Oh,
think that we were
yeah.
thinking
You
mountain
rode
lion
my
size.
back.
Yeah. Rideable
he-
cat size.
Rideable cat
Okay.
size, so more than
All
40,
right,
really.
so yeah, big ass. Okay, so you're basically kind of pinning her to
100
the
plus.
spot, in a sense, by clawing at her. Okay, well, I am going to then basically deftly, cat-like, do some sidestepping, get a clean shot. I'm going to run her through.
Okay,
Goodness.
she's distracted, so she's not going to be able to do much of anything. So, Donovan, I would like you to roll your Dex plus melee.
And to flourish it, because I just want to be that much of a dick, I want to smack her sword out of her hand first and use Flicker Flash and have Hit run her through at the same time.
What?
Okay, that's yeah. That's
I am nothing if not dramatic.
that's tricky. you're going to have to unleash again.
That's fine.
Flicker flash. Yeah, you could do that. So first of all, so it's going to be 3 steps: disarm, flicker flash, and then attack.
Yep.
Now, during these 3, we'll get the other 2 out of the way because these are all happening simultaneously. So Alette, you're wrapped around her face. Do you want to do anything while you're wrapped around her face?
I am clawing her face up, but at the same time trying to dodge her sword.
Tricky, but doable. So you want to roll brawl plus strength for me, please. You're planted on her face, so 7s and up.
Nine, 10, 8, 9,
Holy
7, and the rest are 3s.
So that's 5 successes, which is going to do another couple of points of damage to her. The cold iron, her sword does get jabbed into your shoulder.
Mm.
Now, again, there's this flare of green, and you don't feel the cold iron. So you take 1 whole whopping point of damage. Freaking was good.
Real or
Real damage.
I don't often get to thwart storytellers.
I was hoping to cause a little more damage, but no.
I'm worried about
protect them all.
I'm worried about Mordecai's fate now that Duran's got it in for me.
Oh no.
I would never carry anything from one game to another. Send a message, however, that I would do. What is this? What is this letter? Okay, so Donovan, first of all, you're going to need to roll to disarm her, which is going to be melee plus dexterity, please. And it's tricky, so you want 8s and up. And you can use cat-like reflexes to double your 10s.
So if I'm doubling my 10s, then 5.
That'll disarm her. Now you're going to be rolling because the sword is up in the air. Now you're going to be, it's going to cost you 2 glamour and another nightmare. And you're going to be rolling your Wayfair at 5 and prop at 3. So that's 8 more dice. And you're going to tell me 8s and above, 8, 9, and 10. And you're going to tell me what your nightmare dice do.
A 2, a 5, and a 7 for nightmare dice.
Damn. Okay.
An 8, a 7, a 9, a 9, a 10, 2 5s, a 2 and a 2.
So that's
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Four-
5, 6,
four-
4 successes.
4 successes. That is sufficient. 3 was required. So 4 gives you that little flare. And then you need to finally melee and dex yourself at a 9 or 10 because you're trying to do all of this stuff.
Uh, 9s and 10s.
9s and 10s, and your 10s double.
3.
And 3 is sufficient to actually do it. So what everyone else would see is a wonderful flurry of Alette is clawing at the mayor's face while she is apparently yelling something, but it's muffled by having cat wrapped around her head. The sword did come up and banged into Alette at least once, cutting a shoulder or something, at which point Donovan just kind of reached over with the tip of his sword, went flip under her wrist and across her fingers. The mayor's sword went up, disappeared. Donovan stepped back, stepped forward, and as his sword went into her chest, a second sword appeared behind her at speed and went through the back and out her chest. And the mayor stiffens and drops.
I never liked your spinach puffs. push her up, I swear.
Okay, at this
What-
point, Penn has reached the desk.
And it is a mimic.
And I hear the sound of combat stopping, and I turn around. I'm like, well, I was entirely unhelpful.
Nah, you did
Is it
stuff.
over?
Maybe.
Good. I'm gonna go through this. Maybe we'll find something cool to make this worth it. I'm gonna start going through. First, I'm gonna poke the desk with something, make sure it's not a mimic. No,
Well, it
that's
appears to
metagaming.
be- It appears to be, no, you people should not be that trustworthy at this point. So
That's
I
fair.
I completely support the poking of the desk. So yes, you poke the desk, it doesn't do anything. It
Okay.
is a desk. It is remarkable in having nothing on it.
Is there anything in it? Like, are there drawers?
There are drawers.
I'm gonna
They are
see-
mimics.
I'm gonna see if I can open the mimic drawers.
Yep, nope, the drawers open quite easily.
Nothing in it.
There are teeth.
Nothing in it.
Gonna like, there's got to be something secret and hidden in this desk, unless it's just like the mayor just has it for appearances and aesthetics only, and has literally no business here.
It's so boring you suffer a point of banality.
Just
Probably.
Is there
just
more
folds out to
furniture than the
vanity.
desk?
Speaking of banality, Donnie, take another permanent banality.
Oof.
Well, you killed someone with cold iron. That's what you get.
Oh, right.
That's the prize you get to go home with.
Right.
Is there other what other furniture is there?
Up by the desk to the left of the desk, there's a couch and a couple of nicely stuffed chairs, a low table, a drinks cart, and then kind of on the other side to the right, there are just a couple of wooden chairs.
And there's no doors, no exits. Now that we're past all the. Okay. Well, I think Lily's just gonna sort of sit on the floor with her legs splayed out in front of her, and try to breathe a bit. Also, how many glamour did I use earlier?
For the naming.
Yeah, with the because he didn't say, and I forgot to ask earlier.
Just the one.
Just the one, right?
Yep.
Because I used a bunk.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I think Lara's gonna kind of stop short once she sees, much like Lily, that the fighting has stopped, and she's just gonna purposefully walk over to Donovan and say, "Can we go home now?"
Not now.
Are you making sure
I'll
she's
hiss
dead?
back. We need to end this. And I take my sword, draw it out fully, do a little bit of flick like this, take the blood on my lips, walk into the center of the sigil, find a little slot, and drive it into the ground.
And the sword goes straight down to the hilt, and there is the fire goes out, and there is a light grinding sound down below, as if metal bits and stuff are moving that haven't moved in a long time.
Lily's gonna stand up quick. It's like, what are you doing? What happened? Or what's happening?
Yeah, the desk is completely empty. Nothing is in it at this point. I'm just gonna stand and like, what now?
Okay. Everybody roll your standard starting glamour rating, not what your glamour is now.
No.
Your standard starting glamour rating. And remember that you do replace glamour dice with nightmare dice.
Okay.
Yep. And then you're trying to get 7s to 10s.
Quick question.
What do you
Because
mean
I
replace?
upgraded my glamour by 1 point. So is that it's just the total? Okay.
Yep.
What do you mean replace?
Just that if you've got a standard 4 glamour, then and you've got 3 nightmare dice, and you would roll
Yep.
3 nightmare dice and 1 not nightmare dice.
Okay. I'm not gonna like it.
And you said 7s and up?
7s and up.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with Lara.
2 successes.
2 successes. What did you get on your nightmare dice?
Not any 10s and not any 1s. They're basically
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you can have 2 glamour points back. Pen, successes.
3 successes,
Mhm.
a 9 on the nightmare die.
That's still good enough to get 3 glamour points back. Paulette,
3 successes and a 6 on the nightmare dice.
that's 3 glamour points back. Lee,
2 successes, nothing on the nightmare dice.
beautiful. That's 2 glamour points back. And Lily,
I got no successes and no 1s and no 10s on the nightmare.
no successes at all.
Uh-uh.
How? Okay.
Diddly bupkis.
Okay, you don't get any extra glamour.
But I don't get more nightmare.
Yeah, well, there is that too.
Also
yes.
true.
Yes.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Like, doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.
Okay, and where that came from was moments after the grinding sound stopped, you could kind of feel glamour. Almost like a dam had been released somewhat.
Anyone else feel really good right now?
Finally.
Yeah, a little bit jazzed.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels a little better.
You can breathe better.
Outside still looks like a forest, correct?
Yes.
How are you guys doing?
Better?
I don't understand what is happening here. How did
I've been carrying this damn sword around since she kicked me out of here.
What's that
And this is-
sword?
It's what keeps town. It's what kept town vibrant. And
Mm.
she knew this. She found a way to gum up the gears, the works, the mechanisms that sort of underlie town, and she manifested it. It basically pulled the sword out of the stone and basically just drained the life from the town. And I tried to stop her, and she managed to pitch me into the back rooms. I found my way out, and I've been looking for a way back in ever since. But I managed to keep the sword with me.
Mm.
So I've been trying to get my way back in here to set the balance back.
So what happens to town and all the people in it now?
Is everyone
Hopefully,
still boring?
hopefully not anymore. Hopefully
Goodness.
things will restore.
Storyteller,
Mhm.
did Donovan ever tell us he was a she?
No.
Okay,
Never
so
actually
we just
mentioned what I was.
no.
I just looked pretty.
No,
that's-
yep.
that's
You were
fine.
going completely on what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. I'm trying to, that he never said, he never verbally misrepresented himself. It's just, that's what we thought. Okay.
Appearances
and-
can be deceiving.
Yes. So is it
So-
fixed? Are we done?
It's one more thing I have to do.
What?
Take the seat.
He stands up, manifests that book again quick, closes it, pulls some Doctor Strangey stuff, green and orange sort of thing, and sort of claps and points. And between the two I guess the two dudes, the trees, sort of
You
spider
mean the
webs.
tree and the
blue.
torch?
Yeah, basically. Spider web, sort of blue and glitter and silver and everything, and it manifests a portal.
That's our way home.
This is it.
Oh, good.
And we're not
Oh,
going to
yes.
get kicked to the back rooms again.
Nah, this is straight out.
So what happens when we leave though? If Mayor is dead,
What about Green?
well,
Green's on that
what
side.
I
That's
mean,
you. That's you. Still, guys. You guys have that problem still.
That's still our issue.
what I
think.
mean is, who runs town now?
Hopefully, town
Donnie.
will run town.
Okay.
So you're not staying here either? You're coming back with us?
I'm going to stay for a while. I am going to make sure that town resets and the balance begins to shift towards, and I'm hoping it will become the way it was meant to be, the way it was originally designed. It was this idyllic thing of great creativity, and the creativity was stifled, and she shut everything down and become this kind of weird proto-fascist.
So what about the processing building?
Yeah, that's the first thing to go. Hopefully. Come back and check in a while. I mean, I'm always welcome to come back and
No.
Unless you want to tear down that wall outside and any entrance to the back rooms.
I mean, that also is the plan. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how much effort it's going to take. Hopefully, with the townsfolk, maybe they'll get a lot more of their creativity back. Maybe a lot less of this stifling will happen. Maybe they'll knock the wall down on their own.
Okay, so you're just offering to send us home while you stay here and do cleanup.
I kind of feel like it's a penance I have to do.
Storyteller, is there any way that I can like get a feel for what he's telling here? Because it's not necessarily been too trustworthy during this adventure, unfortunately.
I mean,
Always.
to be fair, you guys just started hating me from the get-go. So
Always.
You
Didn't believe
conned us
anything I
into
said.
signing contracts to
ordered
do
into a
who knows what.
contract.
You can
let us
always,
into a cult. I mean,
And the back rooms. Like, do we have to count how many times we've been eaten in order to, like, balance out whether or not we like you?
Granted, the thing in the elevator, that was not my fault.
No, we're not counting. Oh, excuse me, no.
Oh,
wasn't your
100% that was
fault.
my fault. No,
That wasn't
I
your
walked
fault.
around the corner a little bit too quickly then. You know what? Hey, I'll take that. I'll wear that. Everything else, though,
Personally,
his fault.
I mean,
I-
if you want, come back.
I don't know about all you, but
Check
I
on
could
them.
really go for like a donair and maybe some poutine.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I am kind of done with town for now. Maybe we can
Yeah.
come back checking on things.
You know what? Mel's Diner is sounding so good right now.
Let's back in her human form. I could really use a band-aid.
Yeah, let's.
Lara's gonna check her
let's-
pockets. Do I find a band-aid, Esteve?
Or do I need stitches?
You don't find a band-aid, and yes, you would need stitches because it's a long slash up your shoulder. It's got to be 4 or 5 inches.
Do I still have napkins though? Because I'm pretty sure I had napkins in my pocket.
Yes, you had
Okay.
napkins.
So-
You do have things that you can.
You may need to make a trip to Sick Kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand Alette the napkins and say, well, at least keep it covered for now, and we'll get you help when we get
and
out of
as I
here.
remember, Lily's got a bruised shoulder herself.
I'm
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bruised too.
We could use
Yeah.
some time in our free.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
My
Actually,
hands are kind of
yeah.
burned right now, actually.
yes.
yeah.
So
I
can we
wasn't
go
all
home
for,
before we bleed out?
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
let's.
Go?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Donovan,
still
do
gotta
right
deal
by
with
this. I mean,
green.
there's no way for us to keep track of this. But just do right by this.
Can
Please.
can we see the processing plant from outside of any of those windows?
No.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Run that thing to the ground, please.
That's the plan.
If you don't, with all due respect, Mr. Donovan, we will burn you to the ground.
Yeah.
Because you made us a promise.
I am making you a promise.
Promise is a promise.
I will.
Pen's
give
gonna
you-
step through the door.
I will give you an oath that I will burn that plant to the ground.
Lily heard it and then left through the door.
Lara said, basically, yeah, we'll keep you to that. And she puts her hand on Alette's not bad shoulder and kind of leads her out through to the portal.
Oh, one thing. Who's actually left? Anybody? Lee, I guess.
Lee.
Lee's gonna be the last one to go.
It's not much. And he reaches in, pulls out a black credit card. Buy yourselves a good meal. It's the least I can do.
I mean, it really is.
Buy
But
yourselves a huge meal. Feed, the orphanage. I don't know. It's a one shot. It's a use. Been holding on to it for a while.
thank you.
Thank you.
And she turns and goes through the portal.
Okay. The portal plants you just outside the wall of town. There are 6 seglings sitting there. And a long causeway that heads off for some distance.
Well, he's right. He also got us out of town.
All right, I guess we have to get out of here. And then, oh, this is so tiring. All right, let's go.
Well, Lily's going to kind of theorizing that the flamethrower might have a shoulder strap kind of thing.
Yep.
So just kind of sling it over and then get,
Ghostbuster stuff.
yep, and then get onto the nearest Segway and start it up.
Lara's gonna turn around to Lily and say, you can't bring that back into Toronto, right?
It's a prop, right, for the studio?
Unless
What do you mean I can't bring it back? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, remember? We don't do that sort of thing in Canada.
These things don't fade. Disappear.
we've been in here too long.
Let's just get out of here.
Can I turn it back?
Hang on a second, because I got to check to see, because I'm pretty sure it does it on its own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll only be like that for a day.
A day, but how long is it going to take us to get?
Then again, you know what? When you cross from the dreaming, who knows what's going to happen? You're in the dreaming right now.
Right. Oh, wait, and there was still, you know what? I'll think of it when we get to the door.
Fair
I'm good
enough.
right now.
Let's just. Everybody agreed? We just get out of here and get as far away from Donovan as possible?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Wow.
please.
Wow.
Okay.
Don't be
Every-
so wounded.
As you're
Wow.
as you're rolling along on your segues, everyone roll me a perception plus alertness, please. And you're looking at 7s and up.
Insightful doesn't apply?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Up 3, 3, 2, 2, 4. You hear, wait, Mumther, wait.
Go faster, go faster, go faster. Go,
No,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no,
go.
no, no, no. Penn would notice first, Lee and Alette very, very shortly thereafter, is it just feels less oppressive around the area. Less something. It's still gray, but it's not the same kind of gray. It's not a soul-sapping gray. It's more a natural gray now.
Like dreary.
Yeah, less dreary.
Or like just a cloud covered day.
Yes. Yep. Feels more like spring, less like autumn.
Okay.
So you roll the segways for a bit, and sure enough, the causeway hits a beach, which goes left and right, and there is a building in front of you with a big set of double wooden doors that are closed.
Try and
Oh
open
no,
the
we're on the
door.
wrong side.
Let's open the doors.
I'm gonna try and open the doors.
Okay. Yep. Door opens just fine, and you can see inside is the storeroom, the storage space that you had left by. Again, give me another perception and alertness. This time 9s and 10s only.
All of us?
Yes, please.
And do my
One.
10s double?
Yes, please. One,
Oh,
couple of
then
twos.
I would have two because, or would my tens double?
No.
Oh, just one.
And
I
someone's using insightful.
have bad news
Oh,
Oh no.
because they're all 4 of them are nightmare dice. So I did
No,
get.
no.
No,
You
no,
don't-
that's only for-
no. That's only for arts.
that's only when you're trying to do something.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm not
only for
replacing- okay.
magical stuff. So yeah,
Oh.
no.
Oh, okay.
For
All right.
normal skill dice, yeah, you do not replace with nightmare dice.
Okay.
So no worries there.
Okay, so just 2 successes then.
Okay, Pen,
5.
things look different. Stuff has been moved around. Not a lot, just a bit. But like not if how long do you think you've been gone? A couple of days? Then they've been very active in this room in a couple of days.
I'm gonna go. I'm
In
gonna
the
go through,
room?
wait for my phone to sync up and check.
The room is kind of chilly.
Oh no.
Is it
It's
winter?
winter.
So when did you go in?
Around
Yes.
Halloween. Just after
Just
Halloween.
after Halloween? Yep.
I'm
I mean, it
checking
is
my
Toronto,
phone
so it is
for the
going to be
date
full
and time.
in
Oh,
October.
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It takes a moment for your phone to sync up. There's a lot of blinking of your phone, and it goes through a restart. And it says it's downloading updates, a lot of them.
Bonus though,
Does
you
it-
have a phone that'll update without actually being plugged into the wall.
Oh yeah, that's great. I turned that feed. It's actually like it's a toggle on the iPhone. You just
Nice.
push it on.
I did
And
not
it takes
know
a
that.
moment. It takes a moment, and it comes up, and it tells you that it is February 11th, 2022
You are kidding me.
Oh no!
at 9:45 p.m.
Do I even still have an apartment?
I am so sorry.
My
do, Elise.
landlady is
No
gonna
idea.
kill me. I haven't paid rent in 3 months.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah, we are not
Oh.
coming back here.
The good news is we can go straight to Sick Kids because it's Friday. Well, no, Sick Kids is only open on Thursday.
Well, the
The-
freehold.
The Freehold's only open on Thursday.
No, well, if it's the 11th, doesn't.
It's Friday.
We need to go to a hospital
Oh.
anyway because
We need to
you
get to
all
sick kids
need-
anyway.
You all need help. Like you all need to be
Find an urgent care
stitched
somewhere.
up. Yeah.
Holy
I'm gonna call my dad's.
What do I do with this flamethrower?
Tell
Oh,
them
the
to bring.
flamethrower is now a stick. Again,
Okay.
with some very scorched rope wrapped around the end.
Tell your wonderful, wonderful dads
Okay.
to bring a vehicle big enough for all of us. I think we all need some therapy after this.
I'm on the phone. I'm just like, hey, dads.
There is no answer.
Oh no,
No.
they're not answering.
I'm dizzy.
I'll call one dad, then the other dad, then the store.
Yep, no answer from any of the numbers.
Lara's gonna call her
Um,
landlady. Like
It
what time of
rings.
day? Oh, it's night.
This is
Okay.
not-
9:30.
me.
Yeah, 9:30.
Yeah, she's gonna call her landlady.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just gonna
rings
call
for a while,
911, you
no
guys. We got
answer.
some
Oh my
injuries here.
God.
Hold on.
What the hell?
So Lily's got 2 contacts. And then I was wondering if
Now,
any of the
while you're checking your phones and looking at things and stuff, there is a clattering from one shadowy corner of the building. Like somebody's knocked some paint pots over or something.
Who's there?
Now what? Come out.
You can come out. We're not gonna hurt you.
Please
Well,
come out.
I'm really not in a position to hurt anybody.
I'm gonna go to that corner. I've had enough of this. Just go to the corner.
Okay, as you head towards the corner, there is a skittering along the work desk, and a large furry something with green eyes that in the light that's in there, and it stops, and it kind of looks at you all, and now Alette is the only one that would understand it, and it says, "Well, it's about frickin' time." And on the right night. This is good. Okay, you all have to come with me now.
Alette, translation.
We have to follow it.
We're injured. Tell it we're hurt.
Can this wait until tomorrow?
No.
And it starts heading back towards that corner and goes, "Come on, come on, come on, Mr. Clean. Oh, he's the cat's pajamas. He needs to see you. Congress is tonight. You were supposed to show up last week, according to the seers, but no, you had to show up tonight.
Oh, no.
And yes, I had to be the one here waiting for you.
No.
I'm going to get bonus points for this, but geez. Cut a coon's life in half."
All right, let's go. Alette, are you gonna be able to make it?
Lily's just like, I'm done. I have nothing left. This is not.
Alette, are you gonna be okay?
Holding onto her shoulder, she's just trucking along.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody's bleeding to death heavily or damaged.
You
Yes,
said there's stuff in this room and that it's colder. Is any of this stuff clothing?
Yes, there are 2 parkas hung up by the door.
I'm grabbing one.
And a pair of mittens in Lara's pockets.
All right, let's go see Mr.
Go
Clean.
see Mr. Clean. the cat's
Anybody else want this other jacket?
Maybe give it to Alette so that it soaks up some of the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. And holds coat out to Alette.
Cloaks it around.
Lee's gonna stick close to Alette.
Try to like arrange it better and like maybe put the hood up a little so it's more cozy.
You start to feel dizzy, you tell me, okay?
Yeah, no falling.
You gotta stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking raccoons. Well, okay, where are we going?
If there's ice out,
Okay.
if there's snow outside, at least I can dip my hand in it and can help treat the burn a little bit.
Oh, there we go. I did have notes. All right, give me a second here. I need the map so I know where we're going.
I forgot who it was, but I promised one of you was going to be the raccoon queen.
I think it was me.
I think it was Penn.
This
Yeah,
is what
so
I was
the
born
raccoon
for.
said y'all were y'all are betrothed.
Okay.
Queen.
So you
I was
guys,
made for this.
you guys go out the
It is my
door.
right.
Ah, there we go.
You can see Penn Avita-ing in a window.
You got a brown! You look so cute!
Don't cry for me, Mr. Clean.
He is the cat's
Jesus,
pajamas.
I've never met you.
Lara just starts
Yeah.
humming the theme
Okay.
from the raccoons.
Can
Okay,
run with
so-
us.
Okay, so you all go out the door, and a moment or two later, from the roof, under one of the eaves, this fat raccoon kind of pulls himself out, wiggles a little bit, and then kind of half climbs, half falls down the outer wall and lands with a flump in the snow. Snow is about knee deep, perhaps a little deeper. There are paths in the snow to the various doors and such, so you're not walking out right into a whole lot of snow, but there's snow. It's got to be about a little less than freezing. A couple of degrees below zero, not a huge amount. It is a fairly mild night for February, apparently. So it is chilly for those of you without the parkas, but it's not absolutely brutally vicious. And he kind of rolls and scrambles through the snow and stops and looks up at you and says, right, we have to go to the Congress place down by the water. It's about half an hour walk, maybe more.
Can we get
Depends
an
on
Uber?
how fast. A what?
Never mind.
Carriage on wheels.
Oh, those
Taxi?
things.
Go vroom vroom.
They don't go that way much.
Oh,
We're going to a non-people place.
non-people.
And he just starts trudging off through the snow.
I
Which
parked
is
my gremlin in the parking lot. It's probably been towed.
Would I be right in
No.
assuming that the raccoon walks slower than we do?
yes. You would be correct.
I would. I wonder if we'd be faster if somebody picked him up. I don't want to pick up a raccoon.
Can you, hey, Alette, would you ask the raccoon if he's okay if I pick him up?
Are you okay if she picks you up?
Oh, I can see from up there. Yeah.
I'll pick up the raccoon and I'll mount the raccoon on my shoulder.
He kind of
that-
oozes over your shoulder, and
This
it's
is the
about
life.
almost 20 pounds of raccoon. There's a lot
This
of
is-
raccoon there.
This is the happiest that Penn has ever been.
Well, that one side of you will be a lot warmer suddenly.
Yes. Yep.
Is
Yep.
there snow on the ground real quick?
Yes.
Penn's gonna grab some snow and pack it into her hand
Okay.
to help you with the burn.
Oh, yeah. That would help a little bit. Okay, so are you following the raccoon's directions? Do you want to go check on your car? What do you
Okay.
want to do?
I'm gonna really quickly go check and see if my car is where I left it. It probably isn't because it's been 2 months and it's most likely been towed. And
Okay.
it's like it's a
So
67 gremlin.
You start heading in a different direction and the raccoon is chittering at you. Alette can hear him going, oh, no, it's not this way. Hey, no, it's the other
Just-
way.
Let him know that I might have a faster way to get there.
I tell her.
Okay. And it's a bit of a walk to the parking lot where you normally park because you were taking segways back and forth. So it's about a 10-minute walk in the chill. But yes, you get to the parking lot and there is a scattering of cars there, about a half dozen, including your gremlin.
Wow.
Okay, everybody pile in.
Oh, it's gonna be made warm.
Will it
It's-
start?
I hope so. Probably not, but we'll give it a shot.
A gremlin.
It's a 1967 GMC Gremlin. Thank you very much.
Heater
Or
block.
76. Yeah, it's probably got a feeding block to it. We'll see. See if
So you
this
get
works.
in, keys in, it grinds a few times, it takes a little coaxing, but it starts. Just, and it's the first few moments, it's running rough.
Yep. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, Marcel. We can do this together. And I'll someone want to hold the raccoon in the passenger seat so the raccoon can go past.
Yeah, who would be sitting where?
Alette.
Okay, so Alette has a lap full of raccoon. The raccoon is very happy to be sitting in your lap with his hands up on the dashboard, those little paws, and like looking at things outside. And he's like, oh, cool. I've heard about some of the guys who've done this. This is a go fast. Yes, rock on. I get to go fast. This is amazing. Come on, go fast.
Sitting in her lap, and he's like up there on the steering wheel.
Yep.
The visual's killing me right now. Just like this little raccoon with the paws. We're gonna take off.
And he's almost like patting the dashboard. He's chittering a mile a minute. Alette's the only one that can hear him going, go fast, come on, go fast. I want to go fast. Make it go fast. Come on, what are you doing? It's sitting here. Go fast.
As soon as we're out of the parking lot, I'm gonna open her up for the raccoon. As fast as the AMC Gremlin can go, which isn't very fast.
60K.
It's not. You know what? Fortunately, this time of night, the streets are well plowed and they're fairly empty. So yeah, once you get just getting out of the parking lot and he's going, yes, we're going fast. Ha ha!
I'm so glad that
Look
I
at
put my
me.
winter
Gary
tires
will
on
be
at the end of October.
Gary will be so jealous. I'm
Yeah.
going fast.
Roll the window down, and he sticks his face out. His tongue will be lagging behind him.
Okay, and he points you not that far along, actually, just up to Eastern Avenue, and cruises east a little bit, and then down towards Chessie. He's like that way. He doesn't quite understand streets, so he's just kind of pointing as best he can. But down towards Thompson Park and around the edges of Thompson Park, heading back west. And there's a Unwin Avenue. It's not a very well-known or well-used avenue. It's not really well plowed either, because there are periodic no trespassing signs to either side of the street for the various buildings. There's a lot of greenery and a lot of overgrowth. But you come up on the right, you will see a massive brick structure, which is where the raccoon starts to bounce up and down and go right there. It's the Congress in there. And for those of you who are from Toronto, you would know this is the Hearn generating station. It is a massive building that used to be a coal plant that was decommissioned quite some time ago. It has been used periodically for art installations and dining and such. It is also 90% condemned, last I heard, and fairly well secured, so that people generally don't get to go stroll around and water in there a lot. But currently it is kind of looks dark, though there might be some light coming from some of the windows. Maybe you're not quite sure from where you are. You're parked on the road. You're going to have to tromp through some trees and some snow to get to it. But he's like a pointer. The nose is pointing directly at the Hearn processing or the Hearn generating station. He's like, in there. It's probably going on right now. I probably missed the start. And that is where we'll wrap it up for this week. And we will take them into the Raccoon Congress next week. And this is where we'll find out what happens when the players decide the world is going to do something that the storyteller did not plan on. And we will find out what happens with a motley at a Raccoon Congress. So thank you very much for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. people from all types and ways and means and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You have been fantastic viewers. Thank you in advance because we record this, we don't know if there are any subscriptions or followers or stuff, but if there are, thank you very much. And we hope you come back next week and continue following along with us. So I'm just going to have everyone kind of wrap around and let you know who they are and where you can find them for ongoing fun. Starting with Lara Applewood.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and I was playing Lara Applewood for you this evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be. And you will find me on Twitter at HyrollGardner. You will find me on Saturdays playing a Tremere in our Saturday takeover on Delve into Darkness. And you will find me in some of the games that are going to be happening on the 27th of February, where we are doing a 12-hour stream. So 4 games, 12 hours for Jasper's Game Day, which is a cause that is very close and dear to our hearts. And this is going to feature some really great players, some really great guests, some amazing giveaways, and you will not want to miss this. So you will have seen details, or will be seeing even more details, depending on when you're watching this. And apparently I'm supposed to tell you about merch or something, so we finally got some shirts in. There is your blood dye. There is your lovely BBN t-shirts.
Aha.
And there is something else, I think. Maybe inside out, outside in. The Sundown Appreciation League and Book Club for Delve into Darkness. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much. And next up we have Lee.
Hey everyone, my name is Rose, once again playing the badass, the man, freaking WrestleMania. I lost my notes everywhere. The killer, as it looks like, and in wrestling. And yeah, I had fun. This is great. I am a creative partner with Martley Games as well as a regular player here. So if you like what you see here, just wait. There's lots more where you can see me. Currently, I am playing every Friday night here on Vancouver by Night. In a D&D 5e game set in Icewind Dale called Staxter's Adventures, now titled Agents of Shield. And if you want to find out what that acronym is, you'll have to go look at the other videos. There's at least 5 episodes up on YouTube. As for merch as well, currently in Threadless. If you are familiar with the show already, we are familiar with a sort of conspiracy theory and cult known as the Nominati. And I just got my Nominati shirt in the mail. It's awesome.
Oh my
It's pretty
goodness.
damn cool. It's
It's really
incredible. It's really pretty. It was made by one of our players, Jacqueline,
Cool.
who also plays in the Icewind Dale game with me as well. Just want to keep track of everything that I'm up to. Feel free to follow me on my socials at Rose_Bulbasaur, both on Twitter and Instagram. If you like to see anything else, or if you think I'm probably not as funny as I seem right here, I actually am, and I have proof of it. And it's on TikTok at Rose_Bulbasaur. Again, thanks for coming and watching the show tonight, and thank you so much for having such a fun time and subscribing and everything like that. Please support all these wonderful people here, and thank you so much for coming out tonight, guys.
Thank you very much, Rose. Next up, we have Lily.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I played Lily Winters, your friendly neighborhood Corin, who may also be Tiny Rainbow. I don't know. I'm not really on social media, but I am here playing this game with all these cool people, and we have fun doing it. So we hope that you are having fun watching it. And if you're having fun watching it, you should come and watch some more soon. So yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Crystal. Next up, we have Alette.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kitty Kimchi, and I played Alette, your scratchy, happy, mischievous zookeeping puka. And on Fridays, you can catch me over at Vorpal Tales playing Cthulhu. Have some things coming up for Martlet Games. I guess for any other updates, you can catch me on Twitter. Yep, she's Blasian.
Excellent, wonderful, thank you. And Penn.
Greetings, everyone. I have been your Eshu storyteller Pen. I continue to be Anita, Agent of Chaos. I'm a TTRPG graphic designer, TTRPG producer, graphic designer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me everywhere at Panita or at Critical Misses, because I am the channel runner over there. I'd tell you our schedule, but that's actually changing at the very beginning of March. We've got new shows running from Monday through Thursday, with the exception of Kingsguard, that one's continuing, and Morning Ritual, those are two our standards. Other than that, follow me on the socials. You'll be able to find stuff. I'm pretty much everywhere at Panita or at Critical Misses. That's me.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And to wrap it all up, our special guest for this part of the story cycle, this wonderful chronicle, Michael Donovan.
Thanks for having me. It has been an absolute joy. The talent and I mean, I like playing a villain, but I wasn't a villain. I'm just saying I like playing one. I'm just saying you guys all just didn't trust me for no reason, and turns out I was a good guy in the end after all. So that's it. Anyway, you can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, and CDN Captain America on Twitter, where I do most of my D&D stuff. And you can catch me, speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, playing in the Phandalin by Night game on VBN at 2:00 p.m. PST. And on Tuesdays, I run my own game of Would-Be Heroes, also a 5th edition D&D game at 6 p.m. PST. And I am in the Vampire Saturday Takeover Delve into Darkness game with both Storyteller Cliff and Joanna Lara Applewood, and occasionally guesting with Lee Rose and others, where we are almost ready to announce to possibly crown a prince. And I will rule as a benevolent dictator. No, I'm just kidding.
I think somebody else is going to put that on.
Why does everybody get upset when Mike, the player, is like, yeah, I'm going to run the place? Everybody's like, no, you're not. No.
I'm just saying, of the
Terrible
two people
idea.
on this call,
No.
there is only one of us wearing a crown.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have the hat.
Well.
You don't have the hat, you can't do the
Bravo. Yeah, and on occasion, I may or may not apparently be back, depending on how much you misbehave or behave, or whether you find the thing that I left behind or something.
How much we miss you?
Yeah, that.
If you miss him, we can work on your aim later.
Exactly.
I'll just drop the difficulty.
If you missed me that much, you're gonna have to, I'll come back so you can try again.
So we're gonna have to get some aiming equipment. Got it. Nice. Okay.
And that's
Probably come up with some slingshots. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mike. I'm Cliff. I've been your storyteller tonight. I've been the guy who's tossed plot in front of these fantastic chaos monkeys and watched them go interesting places with it. You can find me all over the net. My link tree should be right over there because now I got one. Generally, though, you'll find most of the gaming stuff on Instagram under the Vintage GM. And you'll find other stuff here and there. Also, check out the Patreon for Vancouver by Night. $1 gets you so much stuff. We don't have any Changeling stuff there yet. Wink, wink. Could be happening, but there's a ton of vampire stuff there, and there's some great things that are going on that Patreon. $1 a month is all you need. You can also go to YouTube, where you can find our entire chronicle so far. I do know there are people that have found our episode 1 and gone woohoo and are watching it all the way through. You can also find vampire stuff there from all of the chronicles. You can find them from one-offs. You can find all sorts of stuff there. Hit subscribe. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, and I know we're over 650. We might be near 700 at this point.
I think we're over 700.
Over 700. Woo!
Ooh.
We're rocking.
Like
Nice.
750-ish or something.
Nice.
I don't know. I'd have
So
to check.
1,000 is within easy reach. So sign up your friends, sign up your loved ones, sign up your cats and dogs, sign up your budgie. Don't
780.
780. Yes, we are closing on
Wow.
that 1,000 mark. You can also find me on Saturdays as part of the Vampire Takeover with a couple of these people, slowly building a city structure politically that my character's not supposed to be involved in, but yeah, when you learn the rules, you can break the rules, you know? On the 27th, I may be rumored to be involved in something there as well, which is going to be a whole lot of fun and interesting twistedness. And yeah, keep an eye out. We're going to see where we will be going this year. 2022 is going to be quite the fun year for online stuff. And thank you again very much for joining us. Thanks for watching and being entertained. We love you all, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.